Good evening. Welcome to a late start here on Going Rogue Ladies Night. I'm joined right now by Saggy Melonz. Let me acknowledge the chat real quick. Frank in the Shawhan Wiener Dog Clan. Super fan Adam Shawhan in the house. Nano Reaper, it was here. He's still waiting. Yeah, that video is getting released. I was going to talk about that tonight, Nano. That is getting released Friday. Our Prodigal Son series finale discussion we had will be released this Friday. So that's what's going on right there with that. Now, Brutal Morningwood, Keely Chow in the house, Godzillionaire. Hail everyone in this chat. Let me acknowledge my co-host for the evening. I guess I could call her. She is here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Saggy Melonz.
Oh, hello, everybody. I mean, I know some of you already, but hello. Nice to see you over here. How are you?
And we're waiting for Katie to join us. Her stream ran a little bit over, and Lola and Vassy both had some family stuff come up, so they couldn't make it this evening. So I'm keeping them in the thoughts as always. So I dropped Tony a line to see if he wanted to jump on tonight too. So yeah, we've got some topics lined up here for you guys and gals, but the holy shit news is always fun because we always get to go to Florida for that, and I'm gonna drop Tony's in the chat. I'm gonna drop him a link. I think we'll let Tony. Saggy, should we make him put on a wig? I mean, we can do that. We make Tony put on a wig.
Of course, yes, ladies' night.
I put my Jesus wig on a few streams ago. I got it, and this is gonna sound terrible, but I bought the Jesus wig because it came with barbed wire around it because I needed the barbed wire for my Negan cosplay. So that's how I got my barbed wire and my Jesus wig.
They have a Negan bat, right?
I wanted to make one though, so but this one is special to me. It's the bat I used to carry to the ring with me when I wrestled. So I took that. It's over in the corner here. But yeah, that's the bat, and I used to crack people with that. It was funny, you know. But yeah, I did. That was my gimmick, and I was like, I'm gonna use that. So Jesus was Jewish. Well, I mean, hey, look, I'm a Jew who was raised Catholic, which is like I said, I always tell everybody I'm just guilt riddled and neurotic as fuck. I mean, that's my cross to bear. No pun intended. Oh, was that joking?
All right, thanks for having me, guys.
Wait. Remember this one? This is from Family Guy, and as I have such a good sense of humor for this, I have to play it because I think this is fucking great. I saw that. Remember that was the Disney thing where they're Disneyfying that episode.
It's a wonderful day for pie.
Oh God, yes. That fucking, I'm like, oh God, this is gonna be interesting.
I'm very low key disappointed you didn't do the Cleveland voice, and it smells a lot greater than I.
And it smells a lot cleaner than I.
Yes, I love it.
Look, all right. So on Ladies' Night, we got me and Tony and Saggy. Katie will be here in a few. What's up, Tony?
What's up, ladies?
It's not much of a ladies' night.
Nah.
It's a sausage party.
Katie will be here to balance the force out soon, like I said. So, I just played the Jew gift, Tony.
Oh, nice. That's why we were talking Cleveland singing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Katie, ladies and gentlemen, making her debut here on the channel, this is Meteorologist Katie from So Many Random Fandoms.
Hello. How's it going?
Hey, excellent.
Are adorable.
Oh, thanks.
Can I keep her?
Go, sure. I am open for the internet for anyone who would like to stay and chat and be friends. because clearly I have no other life. I just finished up a 2-hour stream that ran over, so sorry for the delay, but now I'm on to this one and I'm so psyched. This is the most people I've talked to in like, well, probably years, but still. In one day, I'm very excited.
Yay!
Well, thank you for joining, Katie. I appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. Like I said, I added Tony in because Lola and Vassy both had some family things come up, so keeping them in the prayers right now. So hoping everybody's well and taken care of. So, but here we are. We've all got the topics. Katie, I think I've told you, you honestly remind me of my youngest sister. Like your energy is like exactly. You're young. You're way younger than her. Like I was telling her about this. I'm like, I met like mini you. Like I was talking.
Aww.
She did. She called me from Jersey the other day, and we're talking. She's on the beach. I'm like, oh, it must be nice. And she's like, I was like, I'm streaming. I was like, I'm doing like I do a ladies' night stream. I was like, it'll be our second one. And I'm like, one of the panelists. I said, she's a meteorologist. I said, she reminds me of you. I said, energy. I like inflection, everything. It's uncanny and hilarious.
Cool. That's awesome.
But
yes, you can't tell that I've been up since 2 a.m., can you? And I can't drink caffeine. I am running on nothing but like cookie dough at this point, I think. So
wait, no caffeine?
I can't have caffeine. It gives me migraines. So
the
most I can handle is chocolate. So
I'm the opposite. If I don't have caffeine, I get migraines.
Really?
I just get angry.
Total opposite. Yeah. No, I run on sugar and adrenaline and everything. Just good vibes.
I'm gonna go sub to you right now. I love her.
Yeah. Yes. Sub to so many random fandoms.
Smurf fandoms. It's going to be great. Yes, PJ coined that turn over in Orville Nation, and it has stuck for sure.
Are you going to be there tomorrow?
Yes. I am. I had to think for a sec. We have the potential right now. We have severe storms, so that's why I have the phone right up here. But we have that next potential for tomorrow, and I'm like, tornado. So if there aren't tornadoes, then yes, I'll be there. If there are,
if there are, we're gonna wave to you. Hi, Katie.
Yes.
She's a storm chaser. She is a storm chaser.
I swear, I'm gonna live stream one. We just haven't had a tornado in 2 years out here. Go figure. In Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota.
We had one here.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we had one here about what was it last weekend? There was no touchdown. It was about probably 10 miles away from me, I think. I got knocked off a stream. I got knocked off a stream Saturday night. My power shut down for about 30 seconds, popped back up, and I in between streams I got drunk and I went on a stream at 9:30. But yeah, it cleared up. It was like, but yeah, I was like, oh wow, man, this stream knocked my power out. I'm gonna get drunk and then I'm gonna go on another stream later. But yeah, we had one the night before I graduated, way back in 1998. I'm dating myself. But we had one that. Holy fuck.
I saw what she did there. I love it.
Those young bones gotta flex those young muscles.
Yeah, I can do that too. I don't want to embarrass anybody though, or myself. We had a huge tornado the night before I graduated, and we were out of power at our frickin' school. They had to run the school in like the backup generator to do graduation inside. Yeah, because like a tree fell over like the fence in the football field gate, and they couldn't do it there. And yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a hot mess. But yeah, so I've never, like I said, I've never actually got to see one, but they've happened around me.
You lucky duck. Both times
I'm like, God, please no.
Well, both times I've been in a tornado, I've been in my basement like a good little person. So I'm just like, I want to see it.
I was on the second story of a Motel 6, so I'll take the basement anytime.
Of all the hotels, too, to be stuck in a Motel 6 for a tornado.
We'll leave the light on for you.
There you go.
Just the lights in the middle of that cornfield over there.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that remembers Tom Bodett from Motel 6? His commercials be like, I'm Tom Bodett from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you. He used to do those commercials. I just used that in the my Batwoman video the other day. I used the Tom Bodett. I was like, where the fuck are they at Motel 6? I'm like, and then I played it was like an old scratchy VHS like upload to YouTube.
Ooh,
it's like,
yeah.
yep, oh yeah. I was like, this is my shit right here. So let me acknowledge the chat real quick. Godzillionaire, he said, no caffeine, you're not human, Katie.
I wish I was an alien. It would be fun.
Hail, brightest day is here. He said also sub to So Many Random Fandoms. Angela's Draven is in the house. What's up, my brother? Superfan Adam Shawhan, I gotta call you back. I saw you called me earlier, bro. I was swamped today. And you know it works when you swing up and give you the gift too much. She drive it up. Wait, what is this? Oh, sorry, I got it. All right, I'll hit you up, man.
Did nobody notice that? He just mumbled that.
I got a notification at the bottom of my screen. I know I just should have went into now what the hell is this down here?
What's going on?
Keely, what the hell going on over here? Orville Nation, PJ's in the house. What's up?
He just got off the stream with me. We went for 2 hours, and he straight on through like the pro he is.
I've done 4, so I know 2 hours is a lot.
Crap.
Oh yeah, I've had interviews on my channel that last like 4 hours, and I'm just like, holy moly, what am I doing with my life?
You gotta pee at some point.
Yes, it was hard.
Godzilla there. Our high school prom spot got relocated due to a tornado. Damn.
Awesome.
No, the first time I ever had a tornado issue, I was in Minnesota. And I remember the I was like, what the heck is that? And they're like, a tornado. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, listen, if you hear something that sounds like a train coming, get into the basement. And I was like, okay. I'm from Boston, you know this, right? Because I don't mess with tornadoes. We don't do that.
Everyone else is out on their yards, just like, where is it? I don't see it.
I'm sitting there like a train. The tornado's a train coming. They just drop some trains on us. They're like, no, it just sounds like a train.
Actually, yes, they can drop trains and frogs.
Okay.
That's comforting. And frogs.
And frogs.
I'd rather get hit with a frog than a train.
Yeah,
I don't know. At that velocity, I would not want to get hit by a frog either.
True. Yeah, that would explode.
My luck. I got hit in the head with a Lionel and it killed me. A little Lionel trains.
Yeah. So the Thomas the Tank Engine set just.
It was at that point Thomas had seen all there was to see, and he had turned around and went home. I was gonna say something. I completely forgot what the hell it was now. But anywho,
your train of thought derailed.
My train derailed. Let's be honest. That train left the station and just was like, yeah, we're out. We're out like fields and high top fades. I'll see ya. But it is time for one of my favorite segments of the week. If I can find the damn bumper here, this really needs to be organized better. I believe in you on my level. It's so disorganized. There's like bumpers, and I can't find the holy shit news intro thing, and there's just the headlines right there. And this is just how I'm feeling inside right now.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so
almost there to the left.
I got it's just
move this man.
I know. I shall suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune in this case, but we'll just go right to it. What the hell? There it is right here. Here's the first story. Police. Woman beat girlfriend over sleep talk. Victim 21 was heard talking in her sleep about an ex. And this is, of course, from our friends in Florida.
Of course.
Where else would this story have come from?
Anywhere, because these happen. Listen, okay, I'm going to be real. I have had dreams of my man cheating on me, and I woke up and beat the crap out of him. So I'm just saying, it happens. It happens. It was real, okay? I woke up like, who's this chick you was with last night? And he's like, what? It's like, I saw it in my head. It happened.
I saw you in my head.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you've never had a dream about your significant other cheating and woke up mad? Because I I've woken up heated. Like
No, never.
I've done it.
I've dated 2 guys, both of them 1 date, and it was to homecoming and prom. Other than that, I've been living footloose and fancy free with my cat.
I thought you were saying 2 guys both to homecoming. I was like, damn, girl.
No, gosh, yeah, no. I'm the nerd. That wasn't popular until like a few years ago.
That's also true. She's not wrong.
I took 2 girls to homecoming my senior year, I think.
All right. Well, thank you for having me, Tep. Appreciate you.
It was one of them. No, it was one of them's date backed out, and they were friends. And she's like, "Hey, can I just?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can be my second." No, it wasn't. I wasn't. Trust me, I didn't roll like that. I could not back then.
You should have led with that. So you should have led with that.
Yeah, I probably should have, but it is.
This seems like kind of a, in the first world problem range.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so apparently, because apparently I'm out of focus as well. Maybe it'll work. Anyway, I apparently sleep talk. And on my storm chases, I would room with like a bunch of other meteorologists and stuff. And one of them, she started this segment called Sleep Talking with Katie, where apparently I would just like pretend to wake up or almost be awake, and I'd just be like, I have to tell you something. And then fall back over and go back to me. And I'm like, so this takes it to a whole new level. Also, I'm just going to keep high-fiving my camera until it realizes I'm out here. Okay, fine. We're gonna restart.
We're just gonna... Yes.
No, we put Katie in the she's blurred like the witness protection program.
Like,
yes.
this
you don't know who I am.
Great. This story doesn't surprise me just because, like I said, I've had dreams. I've literally just had dreams, and I've woken up mad. Like, and I'm like sitting there like mad, and I know it was a dream, but it's like it still makes you mad. It still makes you feel some type of way, and it happens randomly. Like sometimes I'll just have a random dream that involves like a friend or something. It's not like even that I'm concerned about it. It's just weird dreams you have. But I could see this happening. Like I don't blame her. Why are you dreaming? Like it's one thing when you're dreaming about your significant other cheating on you or something. It's another when like you're talking about your ex in your sleep. Like that's a little sus.
Yeah. I can see. And Godzillionaire's comment, if you clip Katie's statement, she'll get like 100 simps. Katie, that tweet you posted of the guy that just DM'd you and was like, I want to share interracial porn with you. I'm like, what the fuck?
I saw that and I was confused because I saw that on my timeline. That was you?
Oh, that was me. Yeah, no, I got that one. I have an adorable guy who just messaged me. He's in Colombia and he goes, I am a coffee farmer. And I'm like, okay, that's what I want. Those are the interactions I want. And then I got another guy. He's like, oh, you ruined winter for me. You ruined icicles. I'm going to come up there and scalp you. He told my station he was going to disfigure me until I was unrecognizable, too. These are the things you get to work with when you're a meteorologist in nowhere.
People take their weather serious.
Katie, and you have to get together and compare the crazy DMs we've received over the years of being online and female, because I'm telling you.
I had a TikTok of it.
Right. I had a dude who messaged me. He was like, can I see your feet? And I'm like, bro, what?
$200.
Monetize that shit, girl. There's a big fetish market for that shit. Are you kidding me?
I don't want to picture it. Thank you. I'd rather not imagine my feet out there being painted.
Hey, I'm just saying, I have one of the one that Jennifer Thomas that was on my channel. She does some fetish stuff, and yeah, there's a huge market for that, man. Monetize that shit.
You're making me want to put holy water on my feet now just to cleanse them.
Yes, get the Greek Orthodox holy water. We do it right.
Yes, good stuff, guys.
It burns. You know it's good. No. Everyone in the chat's probably like, where did he find this girl? She's weird.
That's what they probably thought when I first popped up too. My name is literally Saggy Melonz. I mean,
it works, but it's with a Z, so you know you're cool.
Well, you know what's funny is when I chose this name, I didn't think of how it was going to be searched, and people didn't put the Z and they put the S, and the things that pop up, I was like, oh, I unintentionally trolled the internet.
Very nice.
Let me have some fun with these people. I used to do a segment. Speaking of DMs, I used to do a segment on the radio about when I worked on FM about DMs that women would get. I would have my female friends because I had a DJ page, and I would post because I had a decent reach because of my professional wrestling that I was doing at the time. So I would post things on my DJ page, and I would censor the names out, but it would be the raw DMs that my friends would get from just random guys on the internet, and then we'd talk about them on the air. And oh yeah, that was I got some lovely because a few people that listened might have told somebody that knew who it was, and yeah, I got a few. You motherfucker, it's like, well, dude, you're the one sending unsolicited fucking dick pics and stuff to somebody who's married and then knows somebody who is gonna put this shit out there. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, do you realize the consequences and the chain events that you set in action when you decide to send one of those? Like,
mm-hmm. Well, see, that's the thing. The mentality right now is like, oh, just ban hammer them, block them. It's fine. No. I have a friend at the police department. I send that crap over to them and I enjoy it. Call me sadistic, but I enjoy it. I have too much time on my hands.
No, they deserve it.
Feel you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, listen, if I don't ask for your little man pick, I don't want your little man pick. And trust me, usually when they send them without you asking, they usually are pretty little. I'm not sure to say it is what it is.
Oh God, Godzillionaire said,
yeah.
If feet tube isn't a thing, it will be soon.
Do it. Zillionaire, do it. You will make a lot of money. Do it. Make feet tube a thing. I believe in you.
Oh, Nina's great.
You do you, boo-boo. That's whatever you want, man. That's fine with me. Nano Reapers, is anyone willing to sit through a 5-hour church service is pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. I grew up in the Greek Orthodox Church, so I can just be like, no idea what that means. Not a clue. I just know it's a part of the service.
Just speaking in tongues.
Exactly.
The power of Christ compels you.
If anyone knows, please let me know. Please message me.
It's like there's someone in Missouri having seizures right now, or some similar clear across the country.
She's lying. She just put a curse on everybody in the chat.
A single tree burst into flames.
a tree burst into flames. Somewhere Stephen Walton just wept then.
Yeah.
Somewhere Stephen Walton wept as a tree burned.
So sad.
Hey, guess what? I found it. Ooh. So before I read the rest of the story, I'm going to play this. I found it finally. I did it.
Holy shit!
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know. Were you thinking, holy shit, a swordfish almost went through my head?
Holy shit! Holy shit!
And all the assholes want us to shit all over everything.
Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
There we go. Now I feel better. All right. So this is June 15th. So this is yesterday. A Florida woman pummeled her girlfriend after hearing the victim, quote, talking in her sleep about an ex. And we've already set a baseline for the fact that this is plausible because Saggy said she's beat the shit out of a boyfriend who she had a dream that he was messing around on her in this dream. And so she just woke up and beat the hell out of him. So we know that this is something that is plausible. It happens. Okay. Responding late Sunday evening to a 911 call from a neighbor who reported a fight in progress, cops contacted the 21-year-old victim at the apartment she shares with Alexis Talley, her 23-year-old girlfriend. The victim told police that she was asleep in the Tampa Bay area residence when she was awoken by Talley, who, quote, told her she was talking in her sleep about an ex. An ensuing verbal argument turned physical, the victim said, and Talley began to punch her in the face. Cops noted the victim had visible swelling to the right side of her face, consistent with her statement. While Talley acknowledged arguing with her girlfriend after hearing her sleep talking, she claimed the dispute, quote, was only verbal and not physical. As for the victim's injuries, Tally said they were sustained during a previous disorder and not from tonight, because that makes it okay. Seen above, Tally was arrested for domestic battery and booked into county jail. She was released from custody yesterday on $2,500 bond. It's been ordered by a judge to have no contact with the victim. That won't last. Since Tally's rap sheet includes prior battery arrest that resulted in a no contest plea, she is facing an enhanced felony charge for allegedly punching her girlfriend. According to court records, Tally has also been convicted of marijuana possession. That's a bullshit case. DUI, disorderly. Additionally, Tally is currently facing a felony marijuana possession charge stemming from arrest last month following a traffic stop, which deputies found 2 baggies filled with pot in the vehicle she was driving. Oh, put that shit together in a lockbox and have a card, girl. But anywho, so yeah, this is our first story, and yeah, this sounds like a rational couple, right?
That sounds like the couple that I would tell to break up. Yikes.
Yeah, that's a toxic relationship. That girl, she clearly has anger issues. Is that her in the picture?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's gotta be Latina.
Ooh.
I was. Is it bad that I was thinking, and I'm glad you said it, Saggy. Thank you, darling. I'm glad you said it. I'm like, is anybody gonna ask if she's part Latina? Because I'm like, I could just see, like, because I have some Mexican friends. Like, my best friend's Mexican. And my wife's best friend is she's Panamanian, and she's like, yeah, I'm fucking crazy. I'm like, I'm terrified of you, and you're like 5 foot tall.
Latinas,
like, she's very animated.
Play. Yes,
especially East Coast Latinas.
Yes,
they're
East
even
Coast
they're
Latinas.
another level. Yeah.
Yes, you don't mess with Latina East Coast women. They do not play games. They will they will throw hands easily. You look at them funny, they will throw hands. It's not a joke. They are very, very strong women, and they are very passionate, and they are very no nonsense people. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay, they don't play these games. So yes, that's why I believe this. I'm not surprised by it, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Can't we all just get along?
Goddamn. Godzillionaire says my Mexican sister will cut her motherfucker.
Listen, Latino women, y'all know what chocleta is, right?
What's that?
You know what a chocleta is?
Nope.
So a chocleta is basically a flip-flop. And moms, yes, and moms when they're mad at their kids, they take off their flip-flop and they spank you with it.
Yep.
And if a mother's willing to, that's what I'm saying. Latin women don't play. They will take their shoe off and spank you.
Yep.
Yeah, Sal says chancla. Yep.
No,
okay.
That chancla.
Yep. That's fucking. That shit happens. God damn it. My phone's
It happens.
I'm not answering the phone on a live stream. Sorry, Pat.
Latino slant. Yes, Latino slant would tell you. He would look at that woman and be like, I know.
Polly would too. Polly, yep.
But yep, you shouldn't be. If you know you a sleep talker and you doing something with your ex, you better not be caught sleeping next to your ex. You better make sure she's sleeping first.
That is not gonna shit. What's her name? That Bobbitt girl, Lorena Bobbitt. She was Latina. Cut John shit right off. You guys remember that?
Wow.
Probably not.
Yep. Threw it out.
Tony does.
Threw it out the car window.
Is that the guy's a porn star now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had his first movies like
Katie.
His movies like Bigger, Longer, Uncut.
Yes, Brazilian.
Yes, Katie, a man got his manhood cut off, and they found it reattached, and he is now a porn star.
They cut his shit right off.
Wow.
Yeah, that happened. I remember that.
He pissed off his woman, and
he's cheating on her.
I'm not gonna lie, though.
Cheating on her. Yep.
Biologically speaking, I actually am fascinated with that story because I want to know how a dismembered member still functions after it's been detached and reattached, how they reconstructed that to be a function, like to work the way it did before that happened. It's very fascinating, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And that's just a lot like the lawnmower people when they get their hand chopped off and they have to reconnect all this everything.
But the lawnmower people,
put a little rubber tussin on it.
Put some tussin on it.
Hospital right away. This dude had his shit thrown out a car window on a freeway exit.
Yep.
And then they had to question her, and she tells them they had to go searching for a schlong laying over there in the grass. And then get it, throw it on ice, rush it to the hospital, and who knows how, he was asleep when she did it, so who knows how long he was actually still passed out. I don't know if he woke up right away or not.
I just want to know what the cops were thinking when they were out there searching for someone's duh.
Yeah. Like, why weren't, imagine if it was swarmed by fire ants or something like that.
Can you imagine that story, like going home after being the cop on that case and coming home and your wife's like, how was your day, honey? I was looking for a dick in the woods on the freeway.
Don't ask.
Cop sits there. He don't even smoke. He lights up a cigarette. He looks like Ben Affleck in that fucking meme. He's like...
Last day till retirement.
Yeah, one day till retirement, honey. I'm out on the side of I-95 looking for a dick in a ditch. I'm out there looking for a dick in a ditch. This is how I spent my last day in the job. 35 years on the job, and this is how it all ends. This is how it ends. A dick in a ditch story.
Floppy dick in the ditch.
At least they found it. Good on them.
I know. Like and Nano Reaper said he got an extra 2 inches out of the deal too.
And we got a memorable wrestling storyline out of that with Val Venus and that one faction.
Kai and Tai. We choppy. And they had the fucking katana, and they were in the shower. They had Val all strung up, and they're like, they just was gonna chop his dick off,
and then fade to black.
Yep.
Wait, what? Angel?
This happened in WWF back in like the Attitude Era. Like they had this. Oh, wait.
I was reading the chat. The chicken effer back at it again. That's why I was like, wait, what happened?
Wait, who said chicken fucker?
And
was that
Angelus?
Oh, Draven. Oh, it's a South Park reference.
Oh,
Sal, I dropped a link in our group chat, dude. Salvador, it's in the group chat, bro. I dropped one in there. It came right up the top of my messages, so I dropped a link in there for you, sir. So let's get this is another Florida story. I mean, where else could these come from? Here are today's entries in Poultry Police Blotter. A brotherly argument over some chicken turned violent Monday evening when the Florida man allegedly threw a knife at his sibling, according to cops who said the airborne weapon got stuck in the victim's right leg. Messiah Harris Smith, 19, is facing a felony aggravated battery charge in connection with the June 14th incident in his family's St. Petersburg residence. The victim, who told the police he did not want his brother prosecuted, will need to, because his brother's going to beat the shit out of him, will receive because he already stabbed him. He's like, why not? Will receive stitches, according to an arrest affidavit, which does not further describe the chicken argument. Harris Smith, who has pleaded not guilty. Wow, that's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him. Was released last night from the county jail on his own recognizance. Harris Smith was arrested earlier this year for allegedly pushing and threatening to kill his mother during an argument in their home. Prosecutors subsequently decided not to pursue a misdemeanor battery charge against the 6'1", 250-pound teenager. Here's another one.
This is a huge teenager.
Yeah.
Wait, so he threw a knife and it got stuck in his brother's leg?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
He's holy ninja shit. He's just like they were fighting over chicken, and he stabbed his brother. I mean, threw a fucking knife. He didn't even just stab him, he fucking threw it. So that's hardcore.
Yeah, I'm thinking the media's taking a dump on him, right? But while they brought him over to the county jail, they brought him into a room and sat him down alone, and in comes Tommy Lee Jones in a black suit, part of some government agency, and recruits this man because, I mean, his skills are unfocused, but throwing a knife like that and just deading your brothers, we can use that to allow us to train you. And
First of all, no, Nano, you're wrong. It wasn't KFC. Listen, y'all don't know how delicious southern chicken is. It's not like other chicken.
No, it's good.
It's amazing chicken, and let me tell you, I would shank someone over some chicken in southern style fried chicken. Okay, don't play with me or my chicken, or the knife is a kicking.
There you go.
You beat people up over dreams.
That's true. I do beat
I'm seeing
people
a
up
theme
over
here.
You beat. So we've established a lot of things here on this stream. We know that Katie's her inbox is full of in just madness and insanity, including and up to death and dismemberment threats. We know
Yes.
Saggy has beat up a boyfriend over a dream and will stab somebody over chicken. So these are just things we need to know. This is good
Ladies' night!
information.
The things
This
we
is
admit
good
on the
information.
internet.
This is all good information, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm crazy. Crazy.
So let's see here. A Florida woman facing domestic battery after allegedly pelting her boyfriend in the face and chest with a plate of chicken, records show. Investigators show that Jennifer Booth, 43, struck the 56-year-old victim with a chicken while the couple was eating last Wednesday night on the porch of their Bradenton home. I think he just had fallen asleep because he's older, and she was pissed, and she was like, "Wake up, I want to go out," bam, and hit him with the fucking plate. She didn't mean to, but he fell asleep. He should have caught it. Booth's companion, who cooked dinner, was not injured with the poultry fusillade. He told police that Booth became violent during a verbal argument and picked up the paper plate of chicken and threw it in my face. After the man called 911, Booth was arrested and booked into the Manatee County Jail on the misdemeanor rap. She was released Friday in a $500 bond. She works at a Lakewood hospital, has 3 prior arrests, most
Oh
recently
my gosh.
for domestic violence, according to a court filing that does not include case dispositions. While Booth and the victim shared a surname, pretrial services list her marital status as single, while an arrest report identifies the victim as her boyfriend. Booth is an avid hunter whose Facebook page is stocked with pictures of her posing with animals she has shot dead. Images have prompted online derision. One photo shows Booth holding the head of a giraffe killed during a 2017 hunt, which she described on Facebook, "One of the best days of my life." Wow.
That's a lot to unpack.
I have nothing against hunting, but I mean, let's. I mean, what the hell do you need to kill a giraffe for? What? Why? Why would you kill a giraffe?
Yeah, it's just chilling.
For the very reason why you're reacting the way you are. That's why.
I'm so confused about so many things with this lady. So first of all, I need to know why the hell she got mad at him in the first place. What events precipitated the face palming of the chicken? Second of all, why the fuck why did she kill a giraffe? Like I'm still that boggles my mind. I've seen giraffes; they're beautiful creatures. Why would you kill one? Like I said, I'm a hunter. I'm a hunter myself, but giraffes, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have any
taboo.
urge.
It's taboo, and it's an exotic animal, and it's an animal that doesn't get hunted. So it's like a badge of honor when you end up hunting something that you shouldn't be hunting, and it's stupid. Like, why would you kill a giraffe? Like, that's a weird.
Yeah.
Like, people hunt should be hunting for food. That's the whole point. Are they gonna eat that giraffe?
I would not eat giraffe.
I don't think.
Nano Reaper said they taste good and they feed a whole village.
What are you, a friggin' lion? Nano Reaper's
Let's see
a lion confirmed.
Godzillionaire says, if you had giraffe neck meat, no, then don't talk shit.
Y'all are messed up for that. Y'all are messed up for this.
And Nano Reaper, trust me, I had the same thought. I'm like, yeah, I'm not calling the police because my woman put a plate full of chicken in my face. I'm not. I'm just going to be like, okay.
She beat him with the chicken. She beat him. There's a difference. She didn't just place it down and say, here's your food, eat it. She beat the crap out of him with a plate of chicken. Listen.
The giraffe took her fried chicken.
I don't understand. The physics of beating someone up with a plate of chicken.
I don't understand. Listen, this is not the first time I heard a Florida story where people got beat with meat, and I'm sitting here like, listen. I don't understand. There are starving people in the world, and y'all sitting here using food as a weapon. I don't understand that. I mean, at least get creative with these food products. At least turn that chicken drumsticks into like a nunchuck or something.
They've now weaponized. They have now weaponized fried chicken.
It's not the first time I've heard that a story about someone in Florida using fried chicken as a weapon. Like, what is going on in Florida? Like, I know the chicken's good, but is it that good to be assaulting people with? I'm very confused.
Like, why? Why would you? Why would? I don't understand these people. Do I have to denounce white people again? Do I have to denounce white supremacy for this? I don't know how it works. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. This is weird. White people fucking killing giraffes, fighting with chicken. What the fuck is going on? People stabbing people over chicken. Saggy beating up a dude because she had a dream. I don't
Dreams
know.
are powerful. I have powerful dreams. Okay, they're real to me. He cheated.
At least it wasn't a brisket. Yeah, man. I would have been pissed if it was good brisket. Yeah, no, you don't waste good brisket.
Could have done some damage if it was ribs.
Oh yeah, I'm cooking ribs Saturday.
Don't beat somebody with it.
I'm not. I don't think it's going to hit my mouth. Police report: man beats savagely with cock.
That's a great headline. I'd read that paper.
That would be worth opening up and reading. Trophy hunting helps prevent poaching and the meat goes to the locals. Yeah, as long as it, see, that's the only thing, as long as it goes somewhere and gets used, you know what I mean? I always just picture like they're just like, sawing like I said, I'm a hunter, but like I said, some of the shit I'm just like, I don't know, are giraffes endangered? I have no idea.
Did she hunt the chicken that she beat her husband with?
That would be funny if she like literally went, hang on, motherfucker, goes out to the yard, breaks the chicken's neck, comes back in the house and starts beating on him with the chicken, cooks it, goes through the whole, makes the whole meal. She's just sitting there the whole time going, you don't even know. You don't even know I'm gonna cook this. I'm gonna cook this delicious meal. It's gonna smell good as fuck. I'm making cornbread. There's gonna be cornbread inside. I got corn on the cob. I got sweet potatoes and shit. They're all seasoned up. Got a little spice to them. The chicken's right here. It looks good, doesn't? Just like wait, what? Why would you waste that chicken? Why would you go through? Like, that's commitment. That's commitment right there. She spent hours just to beat his ass with a plate of chicken. Just careful planning. Just careful planning on that shit. All right, let's see. This will be our third and final stop on holy shit news. So here it is right here. Couple used playground as tunnel of love. Police caught duo having sex inside kiddie park. Oh boy. Responding to a 9:10 and this shit was like during the day. And of course in a Florida park.
Oh no.
Responding to a 9:10 a.m. tip about a couple trysting in a Florida park. Frickin' ad. A patrolman discovered a man performing a sex act on his girlfriend within the children's crawling tunnel at Pocahontas Park in Vero Beach, according to an arrest affidavit.
Oh, God.
Can you say jail time?
Jesus Christ! That's now they're on the list.
Yes,
they're on the list now.
Yes, they are.
Public indecent exposure, public sex acts, lewd and lascivious. You are definitely a sex offender now.
Playground?
Yeah, playground.
In the day, see, I can see if it was at night when the playground's closed and there's no kids, but in the middle of the day, you gotta have some kind of psychotic mental breakdown to decide that this is what I want to do today. In the daytime, when their kids could potentially be around, hell, like I said, I when I was younger, I would go to the playground in the nearby playground, and hook up with dudes. But it's nighttime. The kids aren't out. They're not out there playing. They're not out there. So it's like whatever. But y'all, Lord, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel, Jesus.
How far John Sally has fallen. Being a Detroit Pistons fan growing up, I got that reference. Oh, damn.
Ugh,
Oh, so
wow.
this is great. So when a cop arrived, he observed Sharon Finley, 52, lying on her back with her jean shorts pulled around her ankles, with her legs spread apart, and her lady parts, her vagina exposed. Finley's companion, Jermaine Jackson, is Michael's brother Jermaine. I knew it. Was the top Finley, with his face within her crotch area. Asked what they were doing, Finley told the cops the couple was making out. Jackson was more direct. I was eating some pussy, he said.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh god. By the way, side note though, Katie does got a bounce.
You got
a bounce. We got those severe storms. I was like, wait, I was hoping I didn't have to go, but yeah, that's why I didn't have the camera on. I keep checking my phone and gotta get called in. So adventure calls. Thanks, guys.
All right, Katie.
I'll see ya.
Bye, Katie. Sorry, I knew she really had to go.
Oh no, thanks for letting me know. Thank you. I didn't see because I couldn't see it from my screen because I was over on the article.
Yeah, she typed in the private chat. I was like, yeah. I was like, I gotta. She doesn't want to like bounce, but I was like, I could tell she was like, I gotta go.
Yeah. No. That's fine. She gotta go chase some storms. That's crazy. That scared the shit out of me. No, I'm not chasing a fucking tornado. I think you pick me up and throw me around. No.
Yeah, I hate. I've been through hurricanes and all kinds of storms. I hate tornadoes.
Yeah, no. That shit can. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. This story's weird though. It's like, okay, cool. Like, good for you, dude. I hope it was worth the jail time.
Yeah, I love how I said we were making out. Is that what you kids are calling it these days?
Let's just say on the record though, at least we know Batman doesn't go down.
Yeah, Batman. Yeah, Batman. Batman's like, I ain't going down there.
Not today.
Okay, I'm not eating your kitty cat. I can't even do it. I'm not.
This is not the Batcave I want to go down into.
Oh shit! This
DC was right, folks. Heroes don't go down because that man was not a hero.
Right.
What's important is the Batwoman goes down.
Oh well, shit.
Okay, thank you for being here, Tony.
You know what's funny is getting involved in the Batwoman. I have people who are like hardcore like Batwoman like fans, and they subscribe to my channel and they watch. They enjoy my reviews, which I'm very glad they do. First and foremost, because they are not people who would regularly subscribe to me just by looking at their Twitter feeds. So it makes me happy that I have reached across the aisle to and pulled in some people that wouldn't normally. Yeah, it's like they're the hardcore Kate Kane fans. So they fucking hate Javicia Leslie's character. They don't hate Javicia Leslie. They hate the character. And that's one thing. I'm like, but the Ryan Wilder Batwoman fans are fucking mean. And they tend to get a bit racist at times. I've seen the tweets, and it's like, damn, like they go right to it. They go right to the ad homs too. It's kind of savage. But yeah, the Batwoman, that show. God damn, that's rough. That show it's rough to make it through. Nano Reaper asked me, why don't you review Kung Fu too? I'm like, I can only take one of these at a time. All right, I can only take one of these at a time. I was kind of hoping that Powerpuff Girls was going to come to fruition, especially with that leaked script. I'm like, oh, this dumpster fire's going to burn. Ooh. But they're like, no, we gotta retool this. It wasn't because of the leaks, you guys. Yes, the fuck it was. Yes, it was. That shit's funny. That shit is funny. Saggy, are you into Masters of the Universe at all?
Not really.
So are you aware of like the new the reboot they're doing and everything? Okay.
Yeah.
So you saw they're doing that reboot, which is supposed to be, it's a continuation of the 80s series. So Kevin Smith, of course, our notorious crying Kevin Smith, who motherfucking cries about everything. He kind of got called out for lying about being a fan. So we had he attempts to assuage fans' fears about the Masters of the Universe revelation. And basically the crux of it is people were saying a long time ago that this show, especially Clownfish TV, the show was going to focus on Teela and it was going to kind of nerf He-Man. And they were like, they're going to make Teela, a lesbian in this. And so they had some promo images of her with the side shave haircut, and they made her all swole. It was funny. Which is, I don't care, but it didn't look right. The art style, it didn't look good. They made like Evelyn, the evil sorceress, like she was all jacked out, and I'm like, she's a sorceress. She doesn't really need to be jacked.
When I was watching He-Man, all I knew was mommy and daddy. I didn't even know like guys and girls, I guess, got together like that, much less what a lesbian was. I just knew I had mommy and daddy. It's fucking weird, man. Sorry, but it is.
Like and I was gonna talk about have y'all seen this movie? It's called Mitchell's versus Machines. It came out last year. It's an animated movie from Sony.
I think I remember it, but I haven't seen it.
It was so good. My kid picked it off Netflix randomly this morning, and we sat and we watched it, and it's got some great voice talents in it. And it's about a family that's driving their daughter across country to college, and she's going to film school in California, and the robot apocalypse happens, and the robots take over, kind of like Terminator, except less violent. But they're trapping all the humans in cubes and shooting them into the moon, and it's like up to the family to basically save the day. And the reason I bring this up is one of the very last scenes in the movie is after everything's settled and the daughter's talking to the parents over like a Skype, and they're like, "Are you bringing your girlfriend home, or are you bringing Jade home for college for the holidays or whatever?" And she's like, "Mom, I don't know." And I was like, okay, whatever. Because I noticed during the movie she had like a little rainbow pin on her. She had pins on her jacket, so I just was like, it's subtle, so I'm like, whatever, she's supposed to be 18, she's going to college. I'm like, I was kind of interested to see where they went with it, because it's a kid's movie, I'm kind of interested to see where they went with it, and they didn't really allude to it much. All they did was say, it was like I said, it was like everybody got freaked out about, do you remember Onward, where the female cop talks about her girlfriend's kids, and that's all she said was, "My girlfriend's kids got me pulling my hair out." And people freaked out about it and said the movie was woke, and it wasn't. This was kind of that same situation. I didn't even know. I'd never even heard of this movie before this morning, but the movie was great. It's Sony Animation, so it was absolutely. It was kind of like the same style as Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
It was solid, and I loved Into the Spider-Verse. The animation style was great, but so it leads to you can include stuff like that. It was so subtle, and it didn't really it was like it was there, and bam. But like in a kids movie, it's kind of whatever. Let's see. Brutal Morningwood remembers. He said, "Yeah, the dad with the special screwdriver. Danny McBride played the dad." Yeah. Let's see. Nano Reaper. 3 steps to keeping a Latina happy. Never use the term Latinx. Don't cheat. Buy her a German luxury sedan. He's not his. Your wife is Latina, isn't she, Nano? I believe it is.
He knows.
He knows. He sags up. She's like, "Yep, he knows."
I mean, as far as so I'm not a huge Masters of the Universe fan, but I did watch She-Ra. And I did personally like She-Ra, and I wasn't too upset with the whole at the end they're lesbians. I already felt like that's the direction they were gonna go, and I was okay with that. I was okay when you found out one of the characters had gay dads. They were funny, they were hilarious, and they didn't like throw. Here's the thing: they had the two gay dads there, but they didn't make it an issue. It was like a natural thing. And it wasn't a big deal. And they were funny. Like the dads were really funny. One of them was overly like hyper and excitable. And then like it was just a casual, normal thing for me. So like I didn't mind it. So when people were like, oh my God, it's woke, I'm like, I didn't care. It didn't take away from the story. I actually enjoyed She-Ra. Now with He-Man, the first issue that I remember seeing people have is that He-Man wasn't the focal of the story. And I was just like, I understand that because it's called He-Man. Why would you have He-Man and He-Man's not the main character? That makes no sense. But then Kevin Smith said, no, that's not the case. So I was like, all right, cool. So then what's the problem? You know, here's the thing with old cartoons. People are going to remake them, reimagine them, and they're going to add some things to it that are more modern, and that's fine. But let's not pretend that He-Man isn't a character that literally walks around without a shirt on. And you have to remember that these were toys given to kids with this big hunk of a man without clothes on and basically just wearing underwear. And that was it. And then again, do you remember the jokes where, I don't know if you guys see the jokes where people would make fun of it? Like, you basically don't realize, like, this is why your kids turn out to be gay because you're giving them He-Man toys.
Yeah.
Like, you know, who cares? It's He-Man. Like, the fact that people are taking this a lot more seriously than they need to, I think it's a little crazy because it's a cartoon. It's not the only time He-Man has been reimagined or redone. It's just something that Kevin Smith is doing that people don't like. Cool. It's not a big deal to me. You know, let He-Man be He-Man. Let Kevin Smith bring his version of what he sees as He-Man to life. And then if it sucks, it sucks. But if it's good, it's good. But it's not the last time somebody's going to take He-Man and redo him. You know, it's happened many times before. You think this is the first reimagination of He-Man?
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, it's just somebody else doing it. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it's woke. And even if it happens to be woke, oh, well, you know, it's not the first and last time we're going to see He-Man redone by somebody. It's going to happen again.
Which She-Ra did you watch? Are you talking the original or the new one?
The Netflix one. The one was a little bit more like bright and cartoony-ish. Like,
it's the Cal arts. Was it She-Ra and the Princess of Power or whatever?
Yes, that one.
Okay,
I liked it.
All right. Okay. All right. I've never seen it. Like I said, the only thing I remember about the original one was my sisters used to watch it. I watched it a little bit with them. And the thing you were talking about, the kids that played with He-Man turned out gay. There was so many in watching all these documentaries and videos about Filmation, the company that made He-Man, did the animation. There were so many gay people that worked there. It was like pretty much just like, back then in the 80s, it was like accepted there.
Right.
It was it sounds like they were like a fairly progressive in that respect, and for that time, that was very taboo. In the early '80s, that was still pre. That was still pre. Well, like the '90s, it became more I would say in the open more. As far as places of employment and things that are like, because the 80s, like I said, the 80s, it wasn't really talked about, openly anyway. But He-Man, obviously you can see the influence on the show. Yeah, it is very, it's almost homoerotic at times. It really is. Like the memes out of this, like you can make some memes out of this show. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was you're joking around. I had the toys, like, my kids got all my original like castles and shit. They're in his, right there, you know it.
But that's what I mean. It's like He-Man, if you go back and watch the original He-Man, it was really cringe. And it was really tacky and cheesy, but it was great in its own respect. But when everyone's talking about this new He-Man, I think that the design, the way they did the characters, I think it's beautiful. I think it was beautifully done.
Yeah.
I liked it in She-Ra, the new one on Netflix, but I think, like I said, it's just another reimagination. We've had different versions of He-Man by different creative minds, and I don't feel like people need to really just hate on this as much as they have. I think it's just because maybe Kevin Smith's involved, but I don't think it's a really big deal.
Well, then it's a culmination because it's everything
Right,
is
but
being reimagined and a lot of it's being disrespected, the source material. So right now people are on edge after years and years and years of being conditioned to it.
right, but I mean, like when you take stuff that has been out for a long time, franchises like Star Wars and all these other things that have been out since like before my time, right? I don't have expectations like the for the old stuff because, like I said, it's been going on so long. I'm not worried about people reimagining it, maybe ruining it because somebody else will pick up the reins and do a better job. Like, for instance, we got that awful Ghostbusters movie, right? And now we're getting Afterlife, which has more promise because they are bringing. So it's like sometimes you have to deal with the crap they produce before we get gold. Because how is Hollywood going to even know what works, right? Because they rely on us to give them the feedback. So if they come out with Ghostbusters and it tanked, right? They're like, okay, we can't do that again. And then they're going to come out with Afterlife, and it looks a lot better. They listen to feedback. So I'm okay with people sometimes they just gonna produce some crap and then they learn and hopefully somebody else takes the reins and does a better job.
Hopefully,
yeah. I mean, I really do hope that this He-Man does meet some people's expectations. Until we see it, we won't know for sure. So I do hope, and I'm trying to be optimistic about it. But that's just how I feel. I'm just gonna be optimistic.
Yeah, I saw the trailer and my initial reaction was like, damn, that looked good. Like He-Man looked good, like Battle Cat looked good, Skeletor, Orko, like Tila looked more like she did in the original show. Like I said, I don't mind if a girl's yoked out. That does not bother me at all. As someone who lifts, I don't mind. I encourage it. But at the same time, it's like make the art and the character at least look somewhat symmetrical. I mean, they had her face looking all blocky. She looked like China before she had that reconstructive surgery on her jawline because all that juice she did, that trend and stuff. But no, the trailer looked great. It really did, and you got that sense of like this could really be something. And then it kind of comes out that a lot of the shit that Clownfish TV said was pretty true and spot on. That they're gonna, because the plot synopsis came out and it basically sounds like something's gonna happen to He-Man. And my thing was, I'm like, I'm not gonna criticize the show overtly now or preemptively because it's based on the images and stuff. It's got my interest. And even if something happens to He-Man and Tila has to like lead the heroes to find him, so maybe that is like a couple episode arc. So what? I'm fine with that. Right. Tila's always been a warrior. She's Man-at-Arms' daughter, so she was raised with it. He's like the captain of their guards. He's like the leader of the royal guards or whatever for King Randor. I think they are, aren't they, Tony? Is that what their title is? But yeah,
that's her boo. Of course, if something happens to him, she gonna ride or die for her mans. That's her boo.
Yep, and Tila's a bad bitch anyway. So it's like she always has been.
Right.
And I had the Tila and Evelyn action figures as a kid. I still have them, They're fucking, she looks accurate as hell in the in some of the images and stuff in the trailer when she's got her headgear on and her staff and shit. It looked cool. So I'm like, I'm willing to give it a try. I know Kevin Smith's track record, and I think a lot of people are more upset with Kevin Smith because he kind of lied about what the show was really about, which, I'm like, I get it. He's kind of been a little bit of Kevin Smith's been kind of a douche, but, I'm not gonna be mad at the guy. If he's just liking things for the sake of liking them, but if it just don't, because they caught him lying. He said he wasn't a fan. The tweet surfaced from 2013. He's like, I'm not a fan of He-Man, and it's like, here's this art gallery that's up, and then he's like, oh, I was such a big fan in an interview, and it's like, if he would just be honest and be like, I'm not a fan, but I've looked into the source material and I think I offer a unique perspective, or, I can bring something to the lore or the mythos and add to the story moving forward, people would accept that more so than, kind of lying about it.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel that.
It doesn't make sense to me. Why he would kind of do that, you know what I mean? It's just
doesn't come off as very authentic, like even without that tweet surfacing. I mean, coming out of every Star Wars movie, like the best since Empire, and it made me cry, and just I don't know. He's not. I love Kevin Smith. There's always going to be a love there. He's made some great movies, and
right.
But he's just a bit poserish, I guess, and maybe he's just doing it like trying to stay relevant or whatever it is. But yeah,
right. I mean, he's an interesting individual. I'll say that. But I mean, like I said, I just it is what it is. I'm hoping it's good. We'll see. Maybe the whole thing with Tila will be a good thing. Maybe if he tells it right, it won't be that bad. But like Etep said, it could just be a few episodes at the beginning where He-Man gets captured, and the few episodes is about Tila trying to get him back, and then we'll see how that goes. Maybe they're just testing to see if Tila can hold her own. I don't know. Maybe they might have future plans for a spinoff. And we won't know until it comes out. Honestly, that's how I feel. It looks good. I get what Etep said. Yeah, Tila did look a little weird.
Yeah, it was like her character she's athletic, but she's more on the slender side. Like that haircut, they had her yoped out. They race swapped Adar, which they're rumored is her girlfriend, and that was in that image of them. That's like she's the black girl standing off in the background, because in the comics she was white and blonde. So they did race swap her.
They race swapped a lot in She-Ra too.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like, because here's my thing. I didn't mind the race swap in She-Ra because all of the women in the original, when you look at the original designs for all those, they all basically look the same. So with like different hair and stuff, they didn't really look too different from one another. So I didn't mind it with the race swapping and the characters redesigns, because it just made them look more unique than the original, because they all looked very similar.
Okay. All right. Yeah. See, I don't remember. I don't remember literally anything about the She-Ra show. Everything I remember about She-Ra is from Tony's He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special review. That's all I remember from that. Yeah, I don't. I'm just gonna check it out when it comes out. I'm gonna review it for the channel. I'm gonna review it for the channel, because by then Batwoman will be gone for the season. Batwoman will be gone.
Batman.
I don't go downtown, Catwoman. I don't care how long we've been together.
Batman says you all need spankings.
Why wouldn't they let Batman go down on her? They showed Bat Dong. It's like, wait, what?
Because DC needs to control everything. I don't know. That was stupid to me. It's like Batman has literally had sex with so many women in entertainment. Like, he has gotten down. He has a child, for Christ's sakes. Hello, Damian Wayne didn't just come out of nowhere. He wasn't adopted. He was biologically Bruce Wayne's kid. Like, I guess Batman didn't have sex with her, with Ra's al Ghul's daughter to have Damian. I guess it was, they don't touch. They hugged and she got pregnant. I don't know, bro.
Right? That's what happens. That's what happens in DC. That's how people get pregnant. They just hug.
Yeah, they just hug.
It was just a rough hug.
Mm-hmm.
That was all. That was all. It was just a rough hug, and then we rolled
Rough
around a
bat
few
hug.
times, and next thing you know, there was a little Batman. There was a little Batman 9 months later. Hi, how you doing? Eventually, when I'm old enough, I won't go down either. Batman's like, Jesus Christ, why do you sound like that already? I don't know.
I came out like this.
I was born this way, you asshole.
I got it from watching you.
Oh, Sal, given the cat's propensity to bite things while they lick, I'll take a hard pass on oral from Catwoman.
But she'd do it the best.
Well played indeed. Is it tongue like sandpaper?
Anytime, get out of my head, bro.
I was thinking, I'm like, well, it might, is it worth the risk? I mean, I don't know. Just
So
I don't know. Thanks, Grace. Oh God. So yeah, the whole He-Man thing, like I said, we'll just wait to see what happens with the show, I guess. I mean, you're free to hypothesize to your heart's content about what's going to happen. I think it comes out in July, so not too far along. I didn't even bother watching episode 2 of Loki though. I didn't. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for having me, Tap. I appreciate it.
Yep, you gotta go.
No, I don't gotta go, but
okay. What are you? What?
I was gonna say, I was just saying, you didn't watch episode 2 of Loki?
Not yet. I didn't have time today.
Oh, okay. I thought you weren't. I thought you said it like you weren't going to. I was like judging you.
I watched the first one and I was bored though. I was like,
first episodes always seem the boring because they have to set up for everything and kind of get you in to like understand what's happening, and they're always so boring.
I forgot it even came on till not long ago.
I was like this morning, I was like, okay, Loki's out today. I don't know if I'll have time to watch it or not. I'll probably watch it tonight after the show. I'll check it out. But yeah, I was like I said, the first episode, I was kind of like, okay, exposition dump. All right, okay, I get it. And then, like I said, I've watched a bunch of reviews, and I've never played Fallout. Apparently, the whole time variance authority thing is like based off of Fallout. Somebody said. Like more than one person has said that. It looks like Fallout, so I don't know. I've never played the game, so somebody that's played it will have to tell me if that tracks or not. But yeah, I just like, okay. I don't know. I like Owen Wilson. I will say that. I like Owen Wilson. I really like Tom Hiddleston.
I just feel like we should get a Vince Vaughn cameo. He can play one of the lizard time lords.
The lizard, yeah, I want to see Vince Vaughn play one of the space lizards. But the nice thing is, it might be alluding to Kang, the Conqueror, which is going to lead into the Fantastic Four. So that's the one thing that really has me. The only thing I have any kind of anticipation for is the Fantastic Four. But then I hear it's being directed by the same guy that's directing the current Spider-Man trilogy, and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm just like, why? Why can't we have nice things? Why can't we have this really makes me go back and appreciate the Fox Fantastic Four from the early 2000s even more. So I don't know.
I like those movies.
They were good. They were fun. They, like I said, they reminded me more of like comic book type movies. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't dark like DC does shit. Like, but I mean, it's Zack Snyder though. What are you gonna do? Saggy, what time do you have to bounce, girl?
Probably around 10. I'm trying to message the person I'm interviewing to see where he's at.
Okay.
But I think I'll wait to hear from him to see what's going on, because it's supposed to start 10. But if it's a little late, it's a little late. I don't care.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sticking around, girl.
No, of course.
You're the only female on the panel here, so
Well, then when I leave, Tony has to get a wig on and be me.
I could never replicate the magic that you produce for the
Listen, Tony,
stream.
I'm going to coach you, right? All you have to do is be loud and obnoxious and make very crude jokes, and you nailed it.
And that's why we like her around here. Oh, Sal's on his way.
Sweet.
Salvador's on his way. All right. But no, I just I don't know. I think the He-Man thing, like I said, I think it has potential just based on the animation. It looks great. And that trailer using "I Need a Hero" in the trailer was dope. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, that's kind of cool. I like that because that song, man, it's like totally 80s shit, and I love it. I do. I love it.
No, it was great. Somebody's like, "Oh, I'm so tired." I was like, not everything needs. Listen, there is never a bad time to play "I Need a Hero." I'm telling you right now, never a bad time.
Right. Oh, Sal says I have a set of Saggy Melonz of my own, so I can cover the name at least.
There you go. I love it.
There he is. There's Sal.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Welcome, sir. Welcome back, brother.
Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot that I paid for YouTube Premium, so I was like, oh, I'll just lock the stream in it. Kept playing. My bad.
Yeah, dude, it's so difficult to watch YouTube, like, if you're not on your account.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had premium for a couple of years now, and it's like Trey's watching on his tablet and there's ads. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how you do this. I feel like it's like ads. Come on, you can't do this, kid.
I just learned yesterday that YouTube Music is included in premium, and I'm like, I've been paying for this for like 4 months, and I didn't know that. Bamboozled and hoodwinked once again.
Well, I got Spotify I pay for, so I don't need YouTube Premium. It's nothing really for me to buy YouTube Premium over. Like, I'll deal with the ads. I mean, I've gotten used to them when they first started happening. So what's stopping now?
This is bad. I remember like when I first started a channel in 2006 when YouTube was like new. There was no ads. There was no ads. Yeah. YouTube was like Twitter back then. It was like the fucking Wild West.
Yep.
Like, seriously,
I remember YouTube was a lot of like someone would make one viral video, then 1,000 motherfuckers would do their version of that video.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I didn't take YouTube serious for a long time. I was like, yeah, I don't need to watch fucking grown adults trying to do Charlie Bit My Finger for the 800th time. Like, this is stupid.
That got played out so quick. It was so friggin' annoying. It's like it's almost as bad as it's almost as bad as the Baby Shark shit, like that.
Baby Shark. Sorry, you can't be dropping stuff on me that's catchy and not have me sing it.
I know. And then my kid found a death metal version that he was playing for me. He's like, "Check this out, Dad." I'm like, I can kind of get down with this, son. I can kind of get down with this. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. It sounded like all Slipknot meets Pantera-esque. I'm like,
well,
okay.
The best part is that that's the peak of that band's career, and they'll never see that kind of popularity again.
No,
they had to cover pop like a song in the zeitgeist to get any kind of like notoriety, which means the rest of their music fucking sucks.
So you basically just described one of my favorite bands, Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, that's a cover band that somehow made its way out of a seedy dive bar and just got slapped with a record deal. I don't know how.
Dude, the first time I went to see them live a couple of years ago, Ivan Moody, the lead singer, he was like, they didn't even know if they were going to be able to headline, or they weren't headliner, they were second because Rob Zombie was a headliner, but they didn't even know if they were going to be able to perform because he was in rehab up until like 3 days before the fucking show.
No, I thought you were going to say they didn't know if they'd be able to play or not because someone touched a tuning peg on a guitar and he doesn't know how to tune it himself. Sorry guys, I forgot the third chord to Welcome to the Jungle. I don't know if we could do this.
Oh, God.
I hate every band that's come out of Vegas for the most part.
You said they're from Vegas, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I've met them a few times when I was working at Guitar Center. They're real cool, you know, they're nice guys, but we've got the Killers, which I don't want to hate, but I remember when two of the members were in a local band, Attaboy Skip, out here, like back in the 90s, and just the Killers, Panic at the Disco, Five Finger Death Punch. There's another one I'm forgetting.
Yes, and don't forget about Neon Trees, who had one hit song and then faded into obscurity.
Wait, Neon Trees had Everybody Talks and and Sleeping with a Friend. That was another top 40 one too, because we used to play it on the punk ass pop station I worked at.
It's like the music that makes it out of Las Vegas. Just damn.
When I would play that Sleeping with a Friend song on the air, I was like, is this, I would like introduce it. I'd be like, I don't know if they're making a suggestion or what. You can interpret it how you want to, I guess, but here you go. I don't, there's just, I hated all the music we played. It sucked so bad working on like a top 40 pop station.
Right. What were we talking about before I so rudely interrupted?
We were talking about He-Man, but we're gonna jump to another top. We're gonna jump to another, unless you want to talk about He-Man.
Oh, I'm down to talk about He-Man.
We can talk about He-Man a little more then.
I'm a new fan of He-Man, so I feel vested in this topic. As a new fan, I feel like I have a voice in this arena.
You know, I was looking at the action figures the other day in the store, and they're like what, $14 a piece,
roughly, yeah.
Roughly, yeah, like 14 and some change or something.
Depends on if you get a deluxe figure. Not like the Battle Armor Skeletor is a little more expensive.
Yeah, but like, you know, I'm like, well, fuck, man. I'm like, to get the first wave was like there's 6 figures, so you're talking it'll be over $15 with tax. So you're talking roughly $90 to buy 6 figures around there.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, that's. Whereas you can go buy the entire first wave of the faction.
Yeah, Dollar Tree exclusive, mind you.
I can't wait for the second wave to come out.
if it comes out.
It hit better. All right, hey, Sag, real quick, Saggy's got to take off. Thank you for being on, darling. I appreciate it. We'll have you back on again when you can stay a little longer. And
I know.
We actually put this one back together. It's all good, hon. It's all good.
I always feel bad because I'm like, every time I try, I'm overextending myself, but I'm gonna make an entire day clear just for you, so I can stay for an entire duration, because I do love being here. We have some always great topics and stuff. But thank you so much, Etep, for inviting me.
All right, thank you for being on, darling. Appreciate it, and you are welcome back anytime. You have yourself a great night. All right.
All right, you guys have a great rest of your show. Bye. Thank you, everybody in the chat.
Saggy.
Love y'all. Bye, guys.
Hey, hang on, Drew. I'm gonna shoot. Are you guys alright if I shoot Drew a link?
Who the hell is Drew?
Supreme Heretic. He's over on Rogue with us. He's from Bounding into Comics too. He's worked over there. Drew, you want a link, bro? If you're free, I'll toss you one, my man. He's actually our guest next Monday night too, on Going in Raw. But so He-Man, Sal.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so based on the trailer, all the bullshit coming out with Kevin Smith, what are you thinking? What are you thinking the show? How do you think it's going to turn out, man?
I think hoarding out for a hero was a strange choice. By Bonnie Tyler. Like, I get it. They're like, hey, He-Man was from the 80s. Remember the 80s? Here's an 80s song. The art style is very reminiscent of He-Man 2000X, which was actually pretty good. You can watch the entire show, much in the way that G.I. Joe comics were vastly different from the cartoon. So you get these two camps of like people who like He-Man that want Filmation accurate, but other people want mini comic accurate, and then the toys very often looked nothing like either of them. So we end up with 3 versions of fucking everything, and it's a pain in the ass. But I don't like Kevin Smith's involvement. You know, the last thing I saw of his that I liked was Clerks 2. So
yeah, Clerks 2 was good.
Huge on that.
I mean, I was 18 when that came out, 16, 17 maybe. So I was like in that age category where it hit. Yeah. Clerks 1 is the superior movie, obviously, but yeah, it's, I don't know. He's a hype man. I think there's a YouTube channel called Comic Tropes that refers to him as a sentient hockey jersey. So that's pretty much what he is.
That sounds about right.
And it's like, people are like, oh, he had a heart attack and all that, and he's become emotional and lost all that weight. And it's like, he's been a liar for most of his career, because he even admitted that, like, despite Jay and Silent Bob being the two pinnacle characters or the linchpins in all of his movies, he didn't start smoking weed until like 2015. Like, he'd never smoked it, even though he was Silent Bob. So, I mean, I get it. It's a character. Like, not everyone, does what their character does, but it's like you modeled your entire character off of this, though. And I watched that stupid ass show, Comic Book Men.
I used to watch it a little bit after Walking Dead.
Yep, that's the only reason why I watched it. Is it was after Walking Dead, and I would watch it. Yeah, it's like any other reality shop, like Pawn Stars, wherever. It's all set up. Like, the guys don't come in there. Like, it's 100% a setup.
Oh yeah.
And they're a bunch of assholes if you actually go visit that shop. At least when that show was being started being filmed, I went through fucking New Jersey to go see it, and it's all like View Askew shit, like Jay and Silent Bob stuff everywhere with regular like new issue comics, and they're a bunch of fucking assholes.
That's fucking whack, dude. That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like they got big heads about themselves, but it was like if you asked for any kind of help, they just kind of curled their nose up at you, like, "How dare you ask me a question," kind of thing. So, I don't know.
What Draven says, I know one of the guys who brought in something in Comic Book Men. Yeah, I always, I kind of figured those shows, before it was, common knowledge that they were
scripted.
They were scripted, yeah. But I was like, because it always just seems so awkward,
Mm-hmm.
It's just like nobody talks like this. Like, literally nobody fucking talks like this,
Right. Well, it's like, I don't know. I remember one episode where they were like, "Oh, we have Superman coming to do an autographing," blah blah. Like, who's it going to be? And it was fucking Dean Cain. Like, or not Dean Cain. I don't know, the guy from Superman and Lois way back when.
Oh, wait. So, do you mean Lois and Clark?
Lois and Clark, yeah.
Yeah, that's Dean Cain.
Okay, right. For some reason, I said it and it sounded wrong when it came out. It was him. Right, he showed up to do some autograph signing as Superman. It's like, that's the Superman we have at home. We want real Superman. Like, I don't. That whole show is just stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. What's up, Drew? How you doing, man?
Oh, just. I had to shoot through and say what's up to my guy. What's going on, man?
Hey, not too much, brother. Not too much. We started out with his ladies' night, and then we had some shit go on. Like I said, with a couple people on the cast that couldn't make it. Things like Katie was on. She's a meteorologist. There's tornadoes. She's out chasing the tornado.
Yeah, I know Katie.
So she's awesome though. So,
yeah, she's good people, bro.
Yeah, she is, man. I met her through PJ over at Orville Nation.
Yeah, same.
So yep, super good peeps. So Drew, you're on with it. You got Tony. I don't know if you've ever met Salvador before.
No, I'm pretty well known. We may not have met. But...
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, guy? Nice to meet you, Sal.
Oh, I'm here, baby.
He's here. He's back. Sal doesn't get to come on as much as he used to anymore, and we've been streaming together for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I like the guy already. He's got old school Destro. I'm a G.I. Joe fan. I'm good with that.
Well, that's just how I look in regular life.
Shit, man!
He's chrome. He's polished chrome.
Any more, dude? We might all have to go polish chrome, man, with some of these idiots walking around.
I'm working on it. I don't mind the other either. No, man. So we were talking a little He-Man, but I think we'll jet over this one. And I'm truly sad that I didn't get to address this topic when Saggy was on, because we were kind of alluding to it.
Does it refer to melons that are saggy?
No, but it talks. It's talking about Batman and Harley Quinn. I wanted to talk about this because I didn't get to yet. Harley Quinn, executive producer, claims DC Comics pushed back on the inclusion of a graphic sexual encounter between Batman and Catwoman. They wouldn't. Is it kind of funny? He's got, this is the picture. I'm just saying, they're talking about going down, and Joker's like, bitch, she's never mind. So we know what this is about. They didn't want Batman going down on Catwoman. they're like heroes don't do that. It's like, wait, what?
Well, I mean, I can understand. I mean, obviously, like, I'm not offended by shit like that. Okay, but still, it's there's certain things, there's certain properties, like it's. I mean, they don't need to show that in Batman. It's not that.
Good.
No, I was gonna say it's not that, like, something like depicted in that way sexually, like, freaks me out or something. But in the context of Batman and Catwoman, and I can say this, I played the Telltale game, all right, and that gets a little spicy, but it leaves something to the imagination, and that's fine, because there's plenty of shit you can imply in your head with Bruce and Selina, and that's cool, and it should stay like that. I like that, because in the theater of the mind, that's the ultimate sexy anyway. When you throw it all out in your face, it loses some of that luster. And I agree with DC that those characters, Superman, Batman, people like that, should be very guarded properties. You kind of have to pick your spots with those, because they should be presented in a certain way. And that's why we get so pissed off all the time about, like, these woke idiots where, DC in the past has given every Tom, Dick, and Harry a shot at writing, Lantern or Batman or Superman. And you get all this, like, the whole woke narrative and the whole garbage nonsense. And it really trashes the characters. Maybe this is a sign that DC is like, okay, we want to bring back some kind of modicum of sensibility to these characters.
True.
I feel like there's this desire for people to have their properties grow up with them. I was going to talk about that with He-Man, like, it's dark and it's edgy. And it's like, okay, like, you could just reboot He-Man for the kids,
Yeah.
Right.
Just don't make it all fucking Cal Art style. Like, just reboot it. Make it. I mean, they did a lot of rotoscoping.
Yeah.
For the original Filmation He-Man, but it's like, just if you want to bring it back, or better yet, just be like, hey, here's the entire original series on Netflix.
Sal, what was your take? Because I don't know if ETEP asked you this. What was your take on the animation for that trailer? Because I watched it. I like the animation, but I just, my biggest problem is I still think that, especially after, and we reported on it in Bounding that some of the comments that Smith made, where he's very, like, it seems almost in a state of confusion over what he's going to say about it, right, because he doesn't really, in the end, know He-Man, even though he's passing himself off with that he's an authority. But as far as just how it looked visually, I thought the animation was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the animation on its face is good. It's made by the Castlevania people.
Yep,
and
that's what I was saying.
They can animate well. It's very much the He-Man 2000X style, because they did that back in 2001 or 2002. And I don't. See, it'll have to grow on me. Like, when I think of He-Man, I think of the rotoscoping. The 2000X style. It was a different He-Man universe. Like, the whole story had changed, and this is supposed to be a continuation of the original He-Man series. So they're like completely ignoring 2000X as far as we can tell. Now, if they start calling Skeletor Keldor, they're like, okay, now they really don't know what the hell they're doing. Which I like that whole aspect, but I didn't grow up. I was born in '89, so He-Man was way off the air by the time I came around.
Right. I was born in '74, so I went right through the height of it.
So I still have my toys from the '80s. I grew up with that, man. I have my Masters of the Universe power sword. It used to light up. I've got the little Skeletor shield and Havoc staff too. Still, the the boy was beating the shit out of me with the power sword the other day in the yard. So yeah, I do. It's something that, like I said, I'm not an aficionado on it, but it means something to me, because it was a big part of my childhood. I used to love watching that show. That was like the same thing with like G.I. Joe and Transformers. And to a lesser extent, like Mask and Galaxy High, and then even like say like Garfield and the original Muppet Babies cartoon, dude. When I was a kid, I loved that show. Like, I mean, those cartoons, like, that's something that's shit that means something, because it's like you used to take that in as a kid on Saturdays and sit there. Saturday morning was like the best time to be a kid in the 80s.
There was one franchise, man. I really think that Castlevania type of animation would shine, and that, oh god, if they would use that on a Robotech, on the next Robotech, whatever it is, because they already did Shadow Chronicles. Man, if they used that style animation, I think that would absolutely just wreck. It would be great. Because I was a huge fan of Robotech.
I've never seen Robotech, honestly.
It's very confusing and convoluted.
Never seen it.
The American Robotech took 3 different Robotech shows from Japan and just smashed them into one TV show.
It did. It did, and Sal's spot on about that, because what they did was they took 3 different shows and it went through a 3-story arc. So they tried to pass it off as chapters, and for the most part they succeeded. But it did get you could spot you would find in spots that as Sal alluded to. It did become confusing and convoluted in ways, and I think that was the only drawback. Other than that, it was by and large really good through all 3 of the sagas. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now I've gone back and I've seen like the original Macross from Japan, and
there's Macross, Mazinger, and there's another one. I think something about like the sun or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember offhand the third one, Sal. But yeah, exactly. But out of the 3, Macross was awesome, because there was Macross and Macross Plus from Japan, but it was very good still. Harmony Gold gets a lot of undue hate, I think, a lot of times. And that was mostly because they had a lot of failings in their company on the marketing side, things like that. But, all in all, like Robotech's really solid. American Robotech, I thought so. The Japanese stuff is always better because it's a country of origin. There's a lot there that you don't see on the American side sometimes, but
they had 2 nuclear explosions to come back from. So there's a lot more like in their culture.
Yeah,
so, but if you want to watch like the best parts of Robotech stretched into one television show, watch Gundam Wing. It's very much that there's like a space federation and Earth, and they're fighting. It's like my favorite parts of Robotech, but as one show that's cohesive.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people recommend Gundam to me because they said, if you're an old school Robotech fan, you'll get into Gundam. So I'll have to definitely.
It's a very slow burn, though. Like it takes a few episodes for stuff to really start picking up, and you see all the mecha suits that are all, there's pilots and they're fighting, and you're like, oh, this is cool. But there's a lot of like 5 minutes of excitement, 20 minutes of like talking in every episode.
If anybody wants to get together ever and do a Robotech like review similar to what we do with Battlestar on the channel, let me know, and we'll put together a show and go through and review Robotech, because I like doing like retro reviews. It's fun, and you get to watch shit again that's way better than today.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's why I started watching Next Generation.
That's
Star
the best
Trek.
part. You get to watch shit you're going to watch anyway, but now there's a point to it. Like, the amount of times, and Tony can back me up on this, the amount of times I sit down and play Super Metroid just to kill time, I'm like, if I could figure out a way to stream this game and at least it would be content for the channel, I would fucking do it. Because I'll blow through like 5 hours of Super Metroid and be like, well, that's 5 hours I didn't film and edit anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys, and I don't mean to, because I know you're still talking about this topic, ETEP, and I don't want to.
No, we're fine.
I don't want to like totally jump, but there was a trailer that dropped today, from Kurtzman's people.
Backdoor Sluts 10.
God, I
that
wish.
would be much better, I'm sure.
Yeah, but they dropped the trailer for season 2 of Picard, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but I was very unimpressed, and I just literally I want to do like the Picard facepalm meme. Yeah, that's exactly what happened watching that trailer.
I listened to Gary's Star Trek when he talked about Picard, and I think The Drinker, and I can't remember who else, but a few of the bigger channels that that covered it, and that it just sounds like a mess. And like I said, I'm rewatching The Next Generation right now.
Yes,
and it's like they just fucking well, he's 80 years old. Like, I mean, it's as bad as Harrison Ford playing Indiana Jones right now.
Well, yeah, and the problem is too, and this was a problem with season 1, because I watched it because I volunteered, and me and my big mouth, I was like we were sitting there when season 1 was gonna drop, and my boss is like, well, who wants to watch that? I'm like, I'll watch it. And yeah, so I guess I punished myself on that one. But I watched season 1, and even though it had some familiar characters in it, dude, it was just absolute, like, they went overboard with trying to, weave in like the woke principles and all that stuff. And then there were just like the whole plot was just dumb. Like, it was absolutely dumb. And in the meantime, like, Picard is now like this old man who is like super frail, and like all the time it's almost like elder abuse, bro. He's just getting yelled at by people, mainly women. Okay, so he's just like getting all the time just absolutely verbally abused by women. Like, they're like, go sit in the corner, old man. I mean, it's like, what the? It's like, damn,
Where's James Mangold defending him?
And it's like, you think about, like you said, Next Generation. And you think about like, the Picard that would make a killer speech about something, about a social issue, or the Picard that was assertive, or the guy that, successfully was 3 steps ahead of the Romulans, who are brilliant tacticians, and this guy, you just look at him, it's like, damn, he don't even have balls no more.
No, they took
Jake
them away.
Picard.
Jake Picard.
Tone, that's what it was, bro. Oh my God.
Jake Picard. We got Jake Skywalker, Jake Picard.
Turned him into Jake Picard.
We got Jake Connor in Terminator. They killed Eddie Furlong. Fat John Connor on the beach, got shot, cut off jorts. I mean, but yeah, man. Oh, go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say, I think I've only seen like a small part of Picard, and it was Dr. Crusher yelling at him, if I'm not mistaken.
No, she wasn't in it. There was a there. I know what part you're talking about. There was an older like admiral there, and Picard was going to ask for permission to use a ship.
Yeah,
you know, and that's where that famous line, the clip, because I think Comics Division has that clip where
fucking hubris.
Yep,
that right there.
Yep, that right there.
Yep. Yeah, she just like, I watched that scene because like I've seen that clip. I'm like, I want context, so I searched out the scene and I watched it, and I'm like,
and he's just sitting there hanging his head like you don't say shit.
She fucking beat him up verbally for like 2 minutes, like just laid into him. I'm like, God damn.
And that's what I'm saying. You watch Next Gen, and you watch how assertive this dude is, and what a leader he is, and then you watch shit like that, and you're like, what are they even doing to this character?
Yeah,
just tearing it all down.
Yeah, well, God.
It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense.
No, hell no.
Sal, are you into Trek at all? Do you try? Are you?
Am I a Trekker?
I can't remember if you're into Trek or not. Honestly, if you're in it.
So Star Trek is one of those properties that I find intimidating.
Okay.
And I'll freely admit that because I'm a bit of a knuckle dragger myself.
Okay.
So. And it's not that I'm not interested in it. It's just that there's so much of it, and I don't know where to start. And people are always like, "Oh, start with the original series." I'm like, I really don't want to. Like, and it's nothing against McCoy and Spock and all of them. It's just I'm not really into shows that are Monster of the Week style anyway. Like, I like long kind of breadth stories, and I watched a little bit of Next Gen with my dad because he would watch it and I'd watch it with him, and so I know enough to kind of get jokes or know who characters are when they talk about them. But there's so much Trek out there, and I'm like, do I need to watch all these if I want to watch Deep Space Nine? Do I need because people always tell me that Deep Space and Voyager are like the two best, and I'm like, do I need to watch everything else to watch those two? Because if so, I'm just not going to watch any of it.
You don't have to know, and this is a great myth about Star Trek. Everybody's like, well, you have to know like what happened during Next Gen and to watch Deep Space Nine, or to watch Voyager. And no, you don't. No, you don't. Those series were designed as spin-offs, but they were also designed to be self-contained. You can freely watch one series and be invested in it and not have to worry about if you've seen the other stuff before or not. The only reason people say that is there every once in a great while the occasional event in the timeline that is referenced that originally happened maybe in an episode of TNG or something like that. Something will be referenced in DS9 or Voyager. I mean, and that's it. It's like, yeah, I mean, you don't need that to be able to enjoy those series, because there's a lot of fans that enjoy one of those particular series and don't really care for the others, and that's great. I bet Sal would like BSG. He would like.
I've never seen more than 10 minutes of an episode of Battlestar Galactica. That's one I've never seen. And not because I'm not interested. Just I don't know where I could watch it. If it's streaming anywhere or not, I don't know. But let me acknowledge the chat here. We got Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division. Hail, Bruce! What's going on, brother? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. We still got Keely Chow up in here. The Picard and Star Trek. Yeah. Picard is not my Picard. We got Frank and the Shawhan Wiener Dog Clan still up in here.
Yeah. Hey, I haven't seen him in a while. What's up, Frank? How you doing, buddy?
Darius Munchausen.
Yeah.
What's going on? He says, hail to the panel. Hail Darius. Hail to you, sir. I found out a bunch. Like it's funny. Like a bunch of people were talking in the. I think it was. Was it on your channel last? Was it? Let's say was it was on? It might have been
when
last
we were
night.
when we were on when we were doing Rogue Squadron.
That we were talking about people who were like from right around Michigan, and she was like, "There's a lot of people from Michigan."
Dude, there is.
Yeah, representing. But I wanted to talk about this last topic here to close the night out, because this one, and it just seemed funny. I saw this article on bounding, and it just seemed funny to me. Injustice 2 mobile game devs apologized for Pride Month challenge that called on players to repeatedly beat bisexual villain Poison Ivy. What a way to celebrate Pride Month, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, here she's bisexual. You gotta go beat the shit out of her.
Well, it's like people find the dumbest shit to bitch about,
right?
And this is just like how it is, because they put her in the game as a boss, whatever, and you're supposed to go beat the fucking boss. So it's like, for people to take it beyond that context, it's just amazing to me how stupidity abounds, because it's like, how could you even be offended at that? It's a fucking game. She happens to be the boss. Go whoop the boss's ass. Be done with it.
It's a fictional character.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. I mean, damn.
But these people are professional outrage mobs, though. That's what they do. I mean, we're on Twitter enough. You see that. That's all it is.
Yeah. It's all it is, bro. I mean, that's exactly what it is. I think the only game I've ever been super picky about, like, it was back in the day when I used to play sports games like super heavy. And you can get picky about, like, because if you're playing something that's supposed to be like a sports like simulation, whatever, I mean, sure, you can be picky about little shit. But something like this, man.
Right. It's like, okay, so just because this person is this character, this fictional character, like Salen, you said, is part of the LGBT community in the fictional world that they live in, therefore they can't be involved in anything violent where they are not, they have a positive outcome in their favor. Is that basically what you're saying now? Is that how they're insulating this character? It doesn't make sense.
It's just, it's so stupid. It really is.
Okay, so the trouble started when the powers behind the game issued a special global pride challenge, which tasked players with collectively pounding the plant-based poison ivy into the dirt thousands of times over throughout the month of June. I probably should.
I mean, no, I'm not going to say that. Continue.
Say it, Sal. Say it.
I was going to say, at the risk of being real itchy, I'd pound poison ivy into the fucking dirt.
Depending how she looks.
The thing is, though, I mean, she's poison ivy, so I can't imagine, like, her getting wet and not smelling like fertilizer and manure.
Oh.
So,
according to the Injustice 2 Twitter account, after 1 week, players were roughly only 225,000 beatdowns away from reaching the challenge's first milestone of 400,000 poison ivy defeats. Oh my god. That's awesome. That's fucking almost as awesome as these bears. The Charmin commercial. I probably shouldn't show that. Is seen in the...
It's apropos.
It is. Is seen in the below challenge rules shared by NetherRealm Studios. Upon achieving the requisite 400,000 victories over Poison Ivy, players would have unlocked the Great Bundle, which featured a chance of earning the shards needed to unlock the challenge's special characters. Okay. I can't play games like that anymore. I used to play The Walking Dead, the one of the Walking Dead games, and I was
the
so deep
Facebook
into
game?
yeah, the one it was and it was
Are you
mobile.
talking about the mobile game? Okay, because I was gonna say I played the Telltale games.
No, that was a good one.
I wanted to play the Telltale one, but I never, like I said, I don't
play the first one, Pete. You can beat it in like 6 hours,
dude.
It's really quick, but it's really fucking good.
What platform is that on?
It's PlayStation, Xbox, like
Steam.
A console you don't own, Pete.
Yeah, pretty much.
It might be on Switch by now, maybe.
Like I said, I'm looking to get Trey a Switch, so I'm probably gonna get because I have to get 2 of them, obviously, to make it fun. So
yeah, I mean it's on
Switch Lite.
It's on Steam as well, and
okay.
that whole series is really good because I enjoy like the characters, man. Can you imagine, Sal, if they would have just spared all the bullshit with the TV show and just brought in fucking Clementine?
Oh my god,
dude, she would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm. I only played the first Telltale. I didn't get to play the second one yet. But that first one, that's a fucking tearjerker.
Oh, dude, it's so goddamn powerful.
It punches you right in the fucking heart at the end.
Yes, it does.
How many did they make? Didn't they do a series of them?
There's 3. There's 4.
4. Wow. Okay.
4. Yeah. Because you go all the way. Because Clementine really fucking evolves, man.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they go out of business?
Yeah, they did. They did. They finished the 4th game as Skydance, I believe.
Okay, so here you go, Pete. It's on Android, iOS, Kindle Firefox, HDX, OS X, Linux, Microsoft Windows, Switch, OEA, PS3, PS4, PS Vita, 360, and Xbox One.
I should finally upgrade to a PS3. I've had the PS2 since it came out. I'm literally
get a PS4. You can get one super cheap.
Literally, I will walk out here and play my Nintendo 64 and just play WWF No Mercy and be perfectly happy. I am. I'm like a video game boomer. I am. It's like the kids at school were asking me, like I said, I work at a school. They're asking me like, well, Mr. Pete, you play video games? I'm like, yeah. What do you play? I don't know, like Super Mario Brothers, Legend of Zelda, WWF No Mercy, fucking Street Fighter.
What they meant to ask you is, do you play Fortnite?
They asked me, a lot of them played their Grand Theft Auto. I was like, I've been playing Grand Theft Autos I played up
since
to
before it had a number, son.
Yeah, since it was a top down view on PlayStation 1. I put, because the PlayStation 2 will play the old PS1 games, and I put the first one in there for Trey, and he was like, I don't like this. I was like, well, you're not playing the new ones yet, bud. So I was playing, remember State of Emergency?
Oh God, that's
the riot game. Yeah, I was playing that shit the other day. He's like, what's this? I'm like, yeah, you can't play this yet. You can't play this yet, bud. But I'll let him play the shit out of some GoldenEye. He loves that. Like I said, that's the only time I've ever gotten really mad at him, but had to let it go. He deleted my GoldenEye game I beat back in the 90s because I had it all saved and everything was unlocked, and he accidentally erased it. I was like, and I don't have it in me to go through the game and do it again. Everybody's like, just get an emulator. I'm like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the fucking same.
That was a memory.
It was. I was like, you know how many nights I gave up when I could have been out doing other things, and I sat home. I was like, I'm gonna play fucking GoldenEye until I beat this bitch. Yeah.
Man, those top-down GTA games, even for their time, they were kind of edgy. Like
they were.
Yeah,
they were. They were fun though, dude. Those old GTA games were fun.
Yeah.
Orville Nation. ETEP brought to you by back then, yeah. Yep. A lot of those and pizza rolls, man. Never mind. That's a story for another time. Let's see. Wait, in six current continuities across the board, Ivy is bisexual, and her torrid on-off affair with Harley Quinn has become a staple of DC media, including their comics, video games, and even Harley's HBO Max animated show. As such, a number of riled-up Reset-era users have called the challenge, which at face value can be seen asking players to beat up a bisexual woman, tone-deaf and hypocritical to NetherRealm's purported goal of celebrating Pride. That's fucking hilariously tone-deaf, wrote one user. I think it's funny. A second user observed,
Oh, man.
The beloved Pride celebration of repeatedly punching a barely clothed bi woman in the face.
You know, there was a famous for those of you out there in the chat and for those on the panel that can remember, there's a famous photo of lead singer of Skid Row, Sebastian.
Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, Sebastian that was still in the band at the time, because this was 87, I think. And this was during an interview or whatever, but there's a famous photo of it that someone took. And Sebastian was wearing this shirt that even for that time was very controversial, because it said, it said AIDS, and then it was a takeoff on the Raid commercial, and it said kills plus the word for British cigarettes, dead. Yeah. And people were just like, oh my God, it was shocking that was on a shirt at that time, but
Holy
it's just
shit.
like,
that's a bold statement.
It's just like, I'll never forget that, because it's an iconic photo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been floating around in pop culture Babylon for like ever, but yeah, it's just people get so bent out of shape, and I mean, you can't even joke about these quote protected classes anymore. You can't, make fun or just a lighthearted joke even, because the moment that you do, they take it as quote hate speech, or even though they know there's no other way to construe it than as a joke, they don't care. They'll just go and try to cancel the person because that's what they do.
Yeah. No, that's spot on, dude. That is. And these people, they're all the damn same.
Mm-hmm.
It's all these companies. That's all they care.
Oh, these companies, Etep, they're all bitch made.
Yep.
They're all bitch made because so many of them don't even support the very shit that they're making. All these policies, diversity. They don't care about that shit. They care about making money.
And then they go over and their wares are made overseas in a sweatshop.
But they're pandering to like such a minority demographic. It's not funny. And that's what I laugh about constantly, because mainstream media and everybody else that pushes like the woke agenda, everything else, they try to always make it like these people are somehow the majority. And the reality is that they're not.
Right. Seriously. Hey, I got to ask, who edited this, man? In Harm, they got the comma to the left of the M.
Yeah,
that's bugging me.
I'm guessing
that's bugging me.
I'm guessing it was probably a typo, and I'm guessing that Spencer probably did this one.
Bakuli, clean it up, son. Clean it up, son. Clean it up. Trust me. That bugs me, because I'll be reading them. Like, I've done that in videos. I'll be reading it and I'm like, wait, what? And I have to stop and I'm like, all right, I need to reread this and act like I didn't see that.
Because who wrote the article? Was it JB? I think
this is Augustine.
JB wrote it. Yeah, it's probably Spencer went through and edited it.
Damn it, Spencer. What are you doing, man? Yeah, it's JB.
Yeah, probably Spencer went through and edited it.
Let's see. Where are we at here? Let's see.
That's funny.
Typically during Pride, the various attempts at corporations to join in the month's celebrations come across as virtue signaling in light of the challenge's topics. It's easy to see why critics believe the game is trying to have its cake and eat it too. They probably didn't mean any harm, but the game's Twitter took down the Versus or Global Challenge post and sent out an apology to clear the air. Because of course they did.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing, man. You know, you never bend the fucking knee to these people, and it's so stupid, and it's so disingenuous anyway. You know, these characters, when you write a character, and you know, because I see our boy Vinny's in the chat. What's up, Vinny? You know, like when he's writing or Gaze is writing something, all their stuff is organic. So whatever the sexual orientation of that character has to do with that character, it's no big. It's just part of their makeup. But you don't have to sit there every 5 minutes and spotlight it or flaunt it, because the story is not about that particular character being, you know, gay, les, bi, whatever. It's about the greater world and what's happening in it.
Yeah.
And where that character's narrative is at. And that is what I think is so lost, because you know, these companies are losing money on this, trying to appease people, and they totally a long time ago left the story behind. And they're just like, well, we're just going to make up this character and throw this at the wall, or we're going to repurpose this character and all of a sudden make them bi. And this is what we're going to accent. This is what we're going to highlight, because these people are going to love it. And it's like, well, number one, it ain't going to sell, because those people are like a 3%.
Now, Tony or Sal, you could probably speak to this better than I on Legend of Zelda. Have they tried to move any of this into the games at all, or is that still kind of taboo with that franchise?
Zelda could always use more anal.
Yes.
Isn't that
she's got 3 holes, and they've only been using none of them. So,
yeah. How long is Tingle debuted in Majora's Mask, right?
Correct. 2001.
Yeah, he's this gay elf with daddy issues.
He's a human that wants to be an elf. He wants to be a fairy.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Did you say elf?
No, David Applegate, we're not talking your anti-Semitic ass. Go yell off the porch. Go scream at a cloud.
So, they've had Tingle in the games, and he's, you know, recurring characters in some games, he's not in others. And in Japan, he has his own games dedicated to him, but he's presumed to be gay, but it doesn't. It doesn't envelop his whole character. He's more than that. He'll sell you a map.
Exactly.
You know?
No, that's about all he does. He floats around. He's a cartographer that floats around on a balloon because he so desperately wants to be a fairy.
He
and his dad hates his guts. He doesn't he call him like a disappointment or an embarrassment or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, because his dad. So, did you play Ocarina of Time, Pete?
Is that the one that came out? Was it in the late 90s?
It was 64. It's the first Zelda title. 64.
Yeah.
I feel like I've played it before, but I don't remember anything about it. It's probably been so long.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the same guy that he operates the bazaar in Kakariko Village and the archery range in Kakariko Village. It's the same character model as his dad.
Yeah.
So it's a big, burly, bald guy with a beard. Looks a lot like you, only with like 800 pounds of fucking muscle around his neck.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he's pretty gay. Like, it's kind of obvious, like the mannerisms, things that he does, like it's a little on the nose, but no one's ever come outright and said it. Most of the people that interact, or most of the characters in that game, it's like they're a love interest of Link, even the fish ladies. Which, you know, I mean, do what you do, boo boo, but you're gonna have a hard time in the bedroom because it don't work that way with fish. So
Ask Kanye.
And this was 99 we're talking about when he debuted. So this is 22 years ago.
Almost 20 years, because it was 2001 when Majora's Mask came out, I thought.
Oh, okay. Was it?
I think so.
Whenever it came out, it was 2 decades ago, regardless. I mean...
Yeah.
I was going to mention, well, he does more than sell you a map, because in Wind Waker, he sells you a piece of the Triforce, but then I remembered, no, he sells you a map to the piece of the Triforce. So.
Yeah. He also has 2 brothers that he pretty much holds captive.
Yeah.
And forced into manual slave labor.
It's real Tom Cruise-like.
Yeah. But he's really popular in Japan for some reason.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, beyond that, I mean, there's always articles that are like, is so-and-so gay? And it's like, I think you're reading a little too much into it. Like, I heard someone try to say that Beetle was gay. And it's like, I don't know why you would pick Beetle of all people. He just sells you shit.
Well, the big thing now is, in Breath of the Wild, there's the Gerudo tribe, which are all female, and you have to be female to enter Gerudo City.
Right.
So Link has to dress as a female to get in there,
Right, yeah.
So now it's Link is trans all over the Zelda groups and shit. Link is trans.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's that one guy, the Vo, that sells you that costume.
Yeah.
So I guess you could argue him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Gerudo are all female. It's like their version of Amazons, basically. And they journey out, they beat cheeks with a guy, get pregnant, and come back.
It's my kind of woman.
Well, I imagine it's a lot more like Death by Snoo than anything else.
Yeah.
Because at least the Gerudo tend to be like, their character models are very tall, hence the Amazon thing. But in like Breath of the Wild, they're like giants, basically. So they got thighs that could crush your head like a robin egg.
Hey, all right, let's fucking punch my ticket, man. Why not? Fuck it. let's go out happy at least. Why not? Right? Shit. So and that's the thing. I've had a desire to buy like a new game system, but at the same time, it's like the amount of time that I don't get to play is like. And I'm trying to keep Trey, like, he plays, like, he'll go out there now and he plays Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers, and he'll play the original Zelda, and he started playing Legend of Zelda too. He's like, can you help me with this, Dad? I'm like, I cannot. I don't have the energy, and I cannot say the things in front of you that this game will make me want to say as an adult.
Yeah, God himself can't help you with Zelda 2.
That game is miserable. That game is, like, literally just, like, tears in a video game cartridge. It is fucking horrifying.
Yeah, that's peak. We only have so much memory, so we're going to make this game as hard as fucking possible so you don't beat it in 6 hours.
That just sums it up.
It's still hard, man. Like, I beat it in 2018, 2019 for the first time in like 2 decades, and holy shit. Okay.
Well, gentlemen, they'll never make a game like they did back in the day, and that goes for any game. It's just now it's sold out to woke. It's mailed in. Again, it's marketed toward that small percentage of people, and they left gamers behind. They really did. And if they're not doing that, what they're doing is trying to fish for cheap monetization. So when it comes out, everything is tied to a DLC. Everything is tied to a paywall. It's absolutely ridiculous. Modern gaming is such shit.
And that's another problem is I don't want to have to buy a game and then have to spend like hours downloading stuff and pay extra. For DLC when it's like, why can't I just buy a game and fucking play a game?
Remember when you used to pay, $40 to $60 and you got a complete game.
Yep.
And that was it. I think the last game I bought that was that way, God, I think back to something like that was probably Not counting Halo and stuff like that, probably KOTOR.
Okay. Knights of the Old Republic.
And probably because, that was complete. You didn't have to have any DLC.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few games that I've bought in recent memory that are they're complete. The DLC is literally just added content. Like a lot of these companies now, like the Apex Legends people, and I've never played that game. I'm just lumping them in because they're all the fucking same to me. Where their DLC is like required reading. Like you have to buy it to finish the story of the game.
Yeah,
see, that's bougie.
And I hate that. I hate that, Sal. It's such a predatory tactic.
Oh, I hate digital download games because it's the same price as a physical copy.
Yeah. With no distribution.
No manufacturing, no distribution, no materials, no cost, and it's literally just code. And they're like, yeah, but it's still got to be $60.
Yep.
Yeah, and you don't even own it.
Nope, because they can pull it at any time.
Mm-hmm. It's just like people buying, I own this digitally, I own that digitally. I'm like, well, great. What if they decide to pull that shit off? You don't own that. You're leasing that shit.
Yeah.
The problem with games is even with the discs, it still usually requires an internet connection and all that these days too.
Because some of the discs don't even have a game. It's basically a code that you're still playing it online.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dude, speaking on the fact that this was Ladies' Night, ETEP, you at least have to reference that thing that came out on Twitter earlier about Victoria's Secret getting rid of the angels.
I didn't even see it.
They're getting rid of the angels, bro.
Are they really?
Yep.
Holy shit. Hang on.
No more Victoria's Secret angels. It's going to be instead chicks like Megan Rapinoe.
What?
Oh,
God. That purple-haired fucking soccer player.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Who
she does a Subway commercial.
Who doubles as an activist.
I don't watch television. I don't know who you're talking about.
She's from to give you context, Sal, she's from the United States women's soccer team.
Oh, so I'm right in assuming that she's completely worthless. Got it.
Yes. yes. Essentially.
Okay.
These people on Twitter have.
Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying they have no purpose, and why are we pandering to these people who have no purpose in life?
Well, that is the $1 million question.
Because
Tony.
They want one pee-pee touch.
It's like, and I think it's that mentality where in the first couple cases of people being canceled and in the consequences of what happened, I think these companies got scared. They're like, oh my God, these people can cost us our business, blah, 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 blah. We have to cater to them or else, and they just, they're so in fear of the mob mentality that they're willing to lose money. They're willing to say or do anything to pander to this mob of people to keep them away from, or to keep them from bullying them. It's almost like they're sitting there. It's no different than somebody paying, a gang protection money so that they don't come and smash your windows in and, put you out of business. Yeah. Well, it's essentially what they're doing with these mobs. That's why they're building their entire companies or whatever product it may be that they're hawking, that they're putting out, and gearing it towards these people so that they continually stay on the right side of them. They're so in fear of these mobs, and it's absolutely stupid.
And that's a good analogy, almost like the business owner who has to pay the mafia, every couple weeks or whatever, so they don't get their business messed with.
Yeah, well, this is the new mafia. It's it's the race card mafia, it's the alphabet mafia. You know, it's the woke mafia.
Yeah,
And that's essentially, you know, that they're selling out to that in order to not be on the wrong side of them. And it's a shame because in the process, they've thrown the greater public under the bus by saying, you know, well, we have to stay on the right side of these people. We can't give you things you enjoy.
And they code that by saying on the right side of history.
yeah.
Oh, Victoria's Secret swaps angels for what women want. Will they buy it? There's a literal purple-haired...
That's Megan Rapinoe.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Now that's who is going to be one of the faces going forward of Victoria's Secret.
Let's see. The Victoria's Angels, those avatars of Barbie bodies and Playboy reverie are gone. Their wings, fluttery confections of rhinestones and feathers that could weigh almost 30 pounds, are gathering dust in storage. The fantasy bra dangling real diamonds and other gems is no more. In their place are seven women famous for their achievements and not their proportions. They include Megan Rapinoe, 35-year-old pink-haired soccer star and gender equality campaigner. Eileen,
Eileen Gu, a 17-year-old
Chinese American freestyle skier, soon to be Olympian. 29-year-old biracial model and inclusivity advocate Paloma Alessa, who is a rare size 14.
Pause. Time out. So they're celebrating the women who were Victoria's Secret angels losing their jobs to women who already have jobs. Okay, just making sure I'm tracking.
Yeah. Because inclusivity, Sal. Come on.
Yeah, that's joy.
The only halfway good-looking chick that I see on this list is Priyanka Chopra, and that's it. You know, and there's no fantasy to her. She's already married to fucking Nick Jonas or whatever.
Yeah, that's why like Victoria's Secret appeals. Or it exists for sex appeal, and Megan Rapinoe. I mean, I don't think anyone has. Nobody's getting a chubby over Megan Rapinoe. I don't get it.
No, not at all.
Why? Why are you so pregnant? No.
Priyanka Chopra is like the only hot one. Bruce Lombardo, Dick's Division says, I'm tapping out. Celebrate the ugly chicks. Way to go, losers. Yeah, that's exactly how we feel, Bruce.
Yep.
I mean, Jesus. Yep. You know, we can't even have hot women anymore. They got to lay the guilt trip on us for liking hot chicks.
If they're going to put her on Victoria's Secret, can we at least get the angels on our box of Wheaties?
Yeah, no shit, right? Thank you.
I'd actually buy Wheaties.
I mean, thank you, Tony. Yes,
I think that's a fair trade, honestly. Wait, would Glinzer say? And I didn't have to Stephen Walker to tell you remember rapping. Damn true.
Oh, Glinzer, that's
Glinzer's. Oh God, that is. I don't.
Started quoting like Godsmack lyrics or some stupid shit.
I don't know, man. That damn like these people have lost their damn minds. Like, first of all, it was like Hooters has to hire men, but that was like a thing like back in the 90s. Though they were fighting that fight, and it's like, no, we don't. Like, are guys clamoring to work at Hooters and wear those shorts? I mean. I don't know. You know, if I'm sure there's another bar they can work at. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm just gonna say I'm taking you back to the 90s real quick because I know Tony's got a dip. Real quick, taking you back to the 90s, the glory days of Chris Farley and Patrick Swayze.
Yep.
And a skit involving him trying out for Chippendales and them saying, "You're too fat." I'm just saying, it's not entirely unique.
Yeah. I mean, I stand 5'9". I'm not gonna make it to the NBA anytime soon.
Well, I don't know, man. Muggsy Bogues was 5'3". Never forget that.
Yeah. You visited my second grade class because he went to UNLV.
Yeah. The 90s when they actually made funny things. Yes. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's not going to go back to that ever. He can't even make a comedy anymore.
Yeah. Nice.
Not a good one.
I saw Kingpin in the theater.
Oh yeah, Kingpin.
Oh my
Rubber
God.
Man.
That movie was fucking great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, yeah.
See,
you got a dip, Tony, or?
Yeah, I was just gonna say these days we'd already be at Kingpin 3, and then we'd have a spin-off about the Amish family or something. I don't know.
Or Bill Murray's character.
Yeah.
Like an origin story about how he started losing his hair.
Hey, remember speaking, thinking back to that story we were talking about earlier of Batman and Catwoman. It makes me think of that. Remember that crazy scene from Reanimator? I know you guys horror movies. You guys,
yeah, I've seen it, but you're gonna have to be more specific.
The one guy's head, like the guy's severed head, like going to town on the one.
Was he yodeling in the valley?
Yeah.
Oh, that just you think of it. I just this seems like a good time to play this then.
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh man,
I don't know, but
they don't make stuff like the 80s and 90s anymore.
No, they can't make things fun and enjoyable anymore. I know Tony's got a dip. I'm gonna pick the spot right here at 2:30, 2 hours 32 minutes to end it. We started out with Katie and Saggy on, and Katie had a weather emergency. She had a tornado to tend to. Saggy had another thing going on, but she hung out for a while. Tony and Sal and Drew were great enough to come on. The show must go on. Thank you everybody in the chat. Let me go around here though and give everybody their outros proper.
Yeah, head over to the Clown World Review. I just did a scene for scene trailer breakdown of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, their second trailer that debuted at E3 yesterday. I might have a few theory videos on that. Going live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern, so catch me then. And thank you everyone on the panel. Great show, and until next time.
Thank you, brother. Salvador, the Don of 2 Cents Toys.
That's right. I have a toy channel subscriber. I don't give a shit. Not a whole lot going on. I got too much shit in my personal life to be making content at the moment because, believe it or not, we are humans on the other side of these screens, and we do have things we have to deal with. So, yep, that's all I got.
Well, thanks for coming on, brother. It's great having you back, man. Drew, the Supreme Heretic.
Oh, all right. Yeah, so I know that coming up next week, obviously, we got Rogue Squadron on my channel again on Tuesday. I got Pegasus Actual on Thursday. And we'll probably have Thursday Night Throwdown, possibly tomorrow, unless Comics is coming back. I gotta check with the Comics division on that one. But yeah, as far as myself, well, I'm thinking about doing a stream later tonight because I really, really, really have a topic that's bugging the hell out of me that I really want to do a stream about, and that is the stuff that Tucker Carlson broke last night. So I really want to get into that. So I may be doing a live stream on that tonight. And if not, definitely tomorrow.
All right. Well, Excellent. You'll be here Monday night too. This coming Monday
Yes,
with myself,
sir.
Tony, and Red Gaze on Monday, going in Raw episode 157.
That's right.
So yeah, so tonight was kind of like a precursor to Monday. So thank you, bro. I thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, dude. You know, dude, you're my boy. I always will support your channel, and I always love coming out and hanging out with you, man. You know, you're good. You're good people, bro.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And let me get right here, and I'll turn this on. You can see my ugly ass right now with my grizzly ass beard I'm growing. Yep, there's grays in there. I'm just letting them go. Fuck it. I don't care. I am Etepo Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. What's coming up tomorrow morning? You got the morning show, 9 a.m. Eastern until 10:30. Right back here on the channel, and then I'm not doing anything the rest of the day until 5:30. I'll be over with PJ on the Orville review. Will be, I think it's episode 8 of season 1 tomorrow. But I'm gonna probably go rewatch 7 and 8 tonight just to be sure, or look back at last week's show. Anyway, so no video tomorrow. I'll have another video Friday though. Try to get a review, the Tale of Two Simps episode 7 of Galaxy High done this weekend. Like I said, Monday you get Batwoman episode 17. There's only 2 episodes left this season. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it'll be gone. Hopefully my brain can recoagulate into something that actually functions properly. Maybe, I don't know, probably not though. But yeah, and then the podcast on Monday night, and goes right back into the week schedule again with Rogue Squadron over on Drew's Tuesday, and right back here next Wednesday. So yeah, guys, a lot of content, a lot of live streams coming at you from a lot of great channels, links to which are in the description, and if not, they're in the chat. Which, speaking of which, thank you to the chat: Darius Munchausen, Bruce Lombardo at Dick's Division, Keely Chow, Brutal Morningwood, Orville Nation, PJ, man, I'm looking forward to the stream tomorrow. Jay Lee, who plays John Lamar on the Orville, was on the stream with us last week. That was a lot of fun. He was super cool to talk to. And just a really fun guy. He's got a YouTube channel. You can check him out. Glinzer, thank you for being here as well. Nano Reaper, Vinny Art. You guys rock. Admiral Tiberius, Superfan Adam Shawhan, Frank and the Shawhan Wiener Dog Clan. Let's see, I'm scrolling back up through here. Angelus Draven. Bro, thank you. We'll get you back on soon too, my man. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, be safe, be good. Remember, you... let's see. Wait, what do I do? What are we doing right here? I don't know. Where are we going? Where are we going? Star-Lord's here somewhere. Have a great day. A pleasant tomorrow if I don't see you. And it's better to burn out than fade away. I'm about to fade away. So, peace.
Boom!